Which is
no countdown. We're going live in the middle of the conversation here, but he was a huge sweets guy. Kevin Smith would like go eat donuts all the time because it was just fun for him. It was an enjoyment. So he had to break himself of that cycle and kind of get to the point where you realize, as good as food is, as fun as it is, it's not supposed to be. That's a luxury for people who live in places where it can be a luxury, but food's a necessity. So when they were able to break themselves of that, they both went on an all green plant based diet, and they're off their meds. And you see the change just when you look at them between Penn Jillette and Kevin Smith, how they drop down to more healthy body weight and sizes, especially for their age and everything. But that was stuff that I caught my attention after I'd already switched over.
Yeah. Well, Mark and I are discussing. I'm on a juice cleanse right now, and Mark is on a plant-based diet for the most part. So I'm discussing the switch with him because it's something that I'm thinking about doing. So what's up, guys?
Yeah. So I'm not a vegan, just to throw that out there. I don't have the time, effort, energy to go full vegan right now. It's something that I'm not against at all. Just it takes a lot of food knowledge, which you just kind of occur over time. But I stopped eating meat over 4 years ago, all out, and longer than that, I started dabbling and stopping. And what it was is there's a handful of different reasons, but the initial thing that really kicked it off was the idea. Like I was looking at some numbers through whatever I was watching, and just talking about if everybody could kind of just do one meal a week where you don't eat meat, which most people do anyways, whether you mean to or not. Like have like a veggie pizza or a pizza. Like I'm a big mushroom guy with pizza, you know what I mean? So that alone, or having a salad for a meal, there's all kinds of stuff you don't realize that your spaghetti without meat sauce, spaghetti and red sauce. That's a meat-free meal. But I'm like, well, there's going to be a lot of people that don't listen to this initiative and don't really participate in it. So instead of doing one meal a week, why don't I try to do 7 days? See if I can go 7 days without eating meat. And I went the 7 days without eating meat. Like I told you, I was just astounded by how I felt on that fourth day when I woke up. Just like you don't feel like bloated, all that. Like after you eat a big meal, you feel fine. All the natural energy I had, how well that I slept at night. Like it was crazy how big of a difference it actually made. And then when you look into the science of it, like the bacteria and gases that are in our stomachs that break down food differently is a big part to play in that. So I ended up just slowly but surely just naturally happened. It became one of those things. Like for me, I obviously think like it just outweighs eating meat.
Yeah,
like, I love steak. I crave it still at times.
Every now and again, I have to have a burger. I mean, I don't have to have meat with every meal. It's not a big deal to me. But there are times where I need a burger, especially like bacon.
Yeah.
Cheese I can't give up. If I have pasta, it's got to have some kind of cheese on it.
See, that's my thing. I love cheese. That's why I'm not vegan. But they make plant-based cheeses. But there's so many plant substitutes out there. Some of them are decent substitutes. Some of them aren't really that great. There's some that if you've been off meat and cheeses already, having it is like a bonus. Like, oh, that was cool. I'm glad I have that. But if you're trying to use some of the substitutes to come off of the main product, it's not exactly smooth with all of them.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Let me say hey to some people real quick. Lucretius, what is going on? We got Scott up in here. We got the Comic Burrito. One of them. I never know which one.
It's probably Cole.
Cole? Yeah, Cole, that's what I was thinking. And we got Jason, the Southern Comic Geek. What is up, brother? Nick, you're going to be at Fan Expo this weekend?
I'm going to pass it up, gearing up for C2E2. I don't want to burn all my money that weekend. And already I know if I go, that I was looking at like a Humberto Ramos cover and probably be like $1,000 weekend. So I'm gonna relax.
Humberto Ramos is who?
Who? What?
Who is Humberto Ramos? That sounds super familiar.
He's definitely an artist. You see, he draws for Strange Academy.
Okay. I don't know why I was gapping that. If he doesn't work on this, I mean, it sounds stupid, but if he's not doing like DC stuff right now, I don't cross his name as often. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's always out there. SCG, are you going? I know they have a lot of like Tinian's going to be there. Donny Cates is going to be there. Yeah, I'm used to that cleanse. I want something different this time.
Yeah, we eat Taco Bell every Saturday for lunch because like I work and stuff, and Finn loves the chips and dip, you know. So we get every Saturday we get Taco Bell for lunch because my break times perfectly with the show that John's Comics with Kids does. And we sit there and watch him and the kids doing their little thing while we eat Taco Bell most every Saturday. And I've never had a cleansing from Taco Bell.
Bring back the Mexican pizza.
Yeah, I'm very mad about that. And see, Taco Bell is great if you're looking for non-meat stuff because they have the potatoes, the beans, the rice, and anything that's on their menu, you can substitute the meat for black beans, pinto beans, or the refried beans. There's just a lot you can do with it.
Yep.
Now, Meatless Mondays at the Burritos. Legion, I did a small video last night with you in it. Okay, so Silver Scorpion here was one of the giveaway winners from the 900 subscriber giveaway. So that's awesome. I'm going to have to check that out. Very true. Tyler said, Ayo! Only 27 subs away from 1,000. Awesome. And if anybody's watching this right now and you have not already subscribed to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I've got a lot of awesome stuff planned for that milestone giveaway. There's some original art, first appearance of some major characters, a couple of spec books that I was able to acquire here recently for cover price. There's going to be a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There's going to be a lot to go around, though. What's going on, Flo? How are you today? It's mostly always cold.
I wonder, is he growing the beard back? I haven't seen him in a while. Is he growing the beard back or does he still have the porn stash?
I don't know. You know, I think we've talked about this, the difference between a regular mustache and a porn mustache. The smell, that's all.
The flavor, too.
The flavor, yeah, exactly. The flavor. Scott, we probably assumed you don't even. I can picture you shooting a live animal on your property and just walking out there and eating it raw where it lays. That's what I picture you doing.
He probably has a regular breakfast of bacon and whiskey.
Dips the bacon in the whiskey. Cole is Comic Burrito. That's awesome. Southern Comic Geek, hey, shoot me an email with your link. We'll do a shout out for you. Yeah, Jason said he will be there this weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to see. I may have family coming in Saturday, but if not, I will go just to meet SCG.
Awesome. So Nick has dropped the link for Silver Scorpion's YouTube in the chat. Now, if I'm not mistaken, he found my channel through Samurai Ken doing a shout out, I believe. And it was through him or Digger Jim, one of the two, because I know that the three of them actually deal with coin collecting and stuff, and he does a lot of stuff like that on his channel. So definitely check them out, give him a follow. And like he said, he dropped a video last night doing the haul from the winnings. What is going on, Brian? How are you today? We got Bart up in the chat. Another epic day for Bart. I just sent 40 by 40 inches of merchandise. Like I'm talking those 20 by 20 square boxes. Sent 2 of those over the pond today. Yeah, K Titus it was. So we got Nick's link in the chat as well for those that don't know Mr. Nick over here, which if you're watching my channel, there's no way you don't recognize him by now. But give him a sub up if you haven't already. Yeah, K Titus is awesome. That dude's super supportive. He is hilarious too. What's up? What's up? I just got back from my lunch break, but I'm here to listen in. Awesome.
Nice. Welcome.
Wheelchair Superhero 87. Glad you can make it. What is up? Ignacio, what is up, brother? How are you today?
It's me. My name is Ignacio.
So you don't do the LCS on Tuesdays, do you, Nick?
No, seeing as I don't have a big DC pull, I don't. But I usually just stop by anyway because, if my lunch hour is done, the gym is done, might as well go buy some comic books.
Dude, I'm always in the mood just to go sit and hang out in the LCS. Like, you never know who's going to come in, Well, look, this was in one of the Walmart packs that my LCS owner picked up.
Louis just mentioned that they come with a mask now. I think it was on Instagram he showed. Is it Instagram or a YouTube video?
I'll have to go back and watch that. But, yeah, he threw it in my box so that we can give it to Finn and Laura and let them run around with it. So that was a super, super win. But there was some good – is Tyler off work right now? What is he doing?
I know he usually works later, doesn't he?
Yeah, he should be off work right now. Let's fix this.
I mean, hey, are you picking up Primordial this week?
I am. I don't know about picking it up, but I'm going to read it. It was my pick of the week. You know how me and the Comic Vet do the collab video that he posts on his channel every Sunday, where him and I both pick one book and let you know why we suggest you check it out. Primordial was definitely mine, and it was not because of the creative team. Jeff Lemire's fine. It's the creative team behind Gideon Falls, and it's not because it's a new number one, but just because the story content itself sounds like there's a lot of room to do some interesting and fun stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we go to the indies for, original
Yeah.
stories.
So for those in the chat that haven't heard of it, Primordial number one, I believe it's Image that's releasing it. So it's Jeff Lemire and whoever else did Gideon Falls with him. I forget off the top of my head. I have it written down here.
Let us see.
Andrea Sorrentino does the artwork on it, but it's set back in, it's like a sci-fi Cold War espionage style feel to it, but it's the space monkeys that we sent up in that test rocket all those years ago back in the 60s. So the premise of the story is where we had forgotten about them and left them for dead. Apparently they were picked up and found, and whatever happened to them, but this is their return to the civilization that put them in a rocket and shot them off to their death. So it's going to be sci-fi wicked goodness, and like what is like one of those like self-warnings to human race, be careful what we do kind of thing.
Right. The tagline is probably "The monkeys are back."
Yeah.
They're pissed.
That's awesome. I'm ready for another Planet of the Apes movie or something.
Did you like the last trilogy?
I did. I think Matt Reeves did a fantastic job with it. Look, I remember going and seeing Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It was my buddy's birthday. He was turning like 19 or something, so a bunch of us went. And we went during the daytime. But it had been so long since like Planet of the Apes was huge. You know, Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes was kind of mixed received, you know. But I was also a little bit younger. So the whole theater was full in the middle of a weekday. And we're all sitting there watching it. And by the time Caesar stands up and fights back, you forget what movie you're watching. You're just watching this poor movie about animal cruelty up to this point. But he finally stands up and just says, "No!" And I swear to God, that was a theater moment, because the entire theater, including myself, we all just went back in our seats at the same time. Just boom! Like it was such a great experience. But I've always loved the original movies, even the 5 originals and stuff. Just I like sci-fi stuff in general.
Yeah, those because it seemed like every weekend I would go to my grandma's house and those would always be on. And I always I guess it wore on me and I hated them after a while. So when they rebooted them the second time, my girlfriend at the time was into it, but the last trilogy was really good. And I really attribute that to Andy Serkis, because you know that guy kills it whenever he's
he's amazing. But they had an impressive cast for all of them, and it was cool how they changed up the human cast. You know, you had Franco in the first one, and I forget the guy's name, but he's a fantastic actor as well.
He's always in everything too. He's Australian, I think.
The guy who played Howard in what was Lawless with Tom Hardy and Shia LaBeouf, and that actor were there, the 3 Moonshining brothers back in the olden days.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He played John Connor in Terminator Genesis as well, which was it wasn't my favorite Terminator movie, but I had fun watching.
Jason Clarke, yeah,
he's a phenomenal actor. And then you have Woody Harrelson in the final one, like it just escalates. But it was cool how all the dynamics of them were so different as well. And you know, it was a proper trilogy where they focus on the story of the apes, and it was just cool because even in the original third Planet of the Apes, I think it was Conquest. It was the one, because the first one is the first one. The second one, the big twist at the end is the planet blows up. The third one is where they come back to modern day because they actually escaped and the explosion knocked them back. But they explained the story of Caesar and the first ape that revolted and spoke the first word, the word that was told to him his whole life, no. And having seen those and then seeing it in action in real time in the new movie, it was so cool.
I agree.
Ignacio is a robot daddy. What's going on, Hidden Gem Comics? How are you today? LCS, Hidden Gems. Stephen C., another contest winner. What is up, brother? Freaky showed the mask. I have both Catwomen ones. Women ones or Catwoman's ones?
Yeah, that's tough grammatically.
That's a tough one. We need Berkman in here. Beckerman. No, as good as the Green Ranger helmet, but not bad. Yeah, that Green Ranger helmet is amazing. Like that thing is insane.
That dude was a proper birthday.
Yeah. And that was like a $500 helmet, man.
Your family loves you.
That wasn't from my family. That was from Bart.
Was it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So Bart,
I got my 9. Have you seen his house, right? On the live streams where he's walked through his house? The man does collectibles. So it was a mixture of my birthday present and his way of saying thank you for all the time, effort, and energy goes into, and the house space that he rents basically for all the stuff I ship to him. Yeah. Because I have a double-sized closet. Like, it's two separate closets, but they connect in the middle. And that whole thing was full of his stuff at one point. Now I'm finally getting my daughter's stuff back in there.
I'm constantly having to rearrange myself.
Stephen C. post, I got my 900 sub winning yesterday, tagged you in the IG post. I'll definitely have to check that out. Thank you. Thank you. Primordial is Jeff Lemire, so it's worth picking up. I mean, none of his stuff is, I've never read and like, oh, that was crap, but I mean, his stuff doesn't necessarily blow me away or knock me off my feet.
Supreme Leader.
I'm always happy that I read it, but never feel like I would have lost out on life.
You know, I just watched an LCS video today that I don't think anybody's ever covered the topic about debt and comics. I mean, it's always kind of mentioned, but I don't think I've ever seen a video. And I've kind of
death in comics.
Debt, like going into debt to get your own, to get all the books you want. I guess when it's especially prevalent when you first come in and you get inundated with everything else that's out there. You know, it never seems to be a shortage of next cover or whatever, and you know, you always feel like you got to have it and what people may do to get those books. So awesome.
Yeah. Batman the World did not drop today. Batman the World preview book is supposed to drop on the 18th, I believe, which is Batman Day. You know, we have free comic book day, we have local comic shop day, Batman Day every year. That's September 18th this year. And it's a Batman Day book for the preview for it. It was my understanding of it.
Why that day?
Because it's Batman Day. It's a Batman book.
So what's the significance of 9/18 with Batman though?
I wonder if it's the official Batman Day. I don't mean like per DC Comics. You know, like August 28th or something is National Power Rangers Day. You know, like there's always a national day for everything.
Right. You know, because May the 4th, you got May the 4th.
Yeah, that happens so organically too.
March 10th is Mario Day.
Why March 10th? Is there any significance to that one, or it just happened?
If you look at it abbreviated, it spells Mario, MAR.
Oh, I get it. Okay, that makes sense.
March 15th is taking a.
Yeah, Batman. September 18th is just Batman Day. I don't know if that might be the comic book day significance to anything. Maybe that's the day his parents were shot or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Appreciate that, Brian. Sub them up. Sub them all up, everybody. Getting closer to 350. What's up, fellas? Happy Tuesday, panel and live chat. What is going on, Dave Collects? Yeah. Whenever I see that, I think of the Sandlot, because there's that kid on the Sandlot team that they nicknamed because he always said yeah.
Now, it's always tough to say because is it yeah? Yeah.
Oh, there is an exclamation point there, so I guess the second way. It's Lemire, guys. The monkey won't be pissed. They will be depressed. That's a valid point. Yeah, Nasio with a hot take. Well, Thundercats or Masters of the Universe movie. Jason Clark. Good afternoon, DJ Links. Taylor, what is going on?
Supreme Leader.
Jealous on the Ranger helmet. So sick. Yeah, it was fantastic. So it's so high quality that like, you know, when you see people behind the scenes, like on sets and movies and stuff, and they're getting ready, they're getting their costumes on. They always have a team of people putting their costumes on, and they're just sitting still. That's how this helmet is. Like the inside, you have to unvelcro like the strap that holds at the top. It's got the latches on the side, and you would want to sit down and have somebody put it on and slide the piece straight onto the back, and then let you clip it. Like it's like legit high quality. It's not something you'd want to just tinker around and bang around. It's not like plastic or anything.
My suggestion to you is to create another channel, join the Burke fam, go into an undisclosed location in your house, put the mask on, and join stream.
Yeah.
Power Rangers.
Well, I wouldn't have to join the Burke fam. I could just send myself the link.
Huh?
Sneak in the back door. What's going on, Justin? No Good Comics. I'm going to be hanging out with him on his channel this coming Saturday on National Batman Day at 2 p.m. real time, I believe, for his show that he does called Comic Book Origins, I believe is the name of it, where he hangs out with and kind of interviews other content creators. So that should be a good time.
He's always got some good content, Justin.
Yeah, I was talking to him. He's like, cool, send me a photo and an email so I can send you the show notes. I'm like, show notes? You plan this stuff out? Oh, wow. I already feel outclassed. I plan nothing out.
No, I don't believe that. You hit the notebook a little earlier, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, that's when, I wrote that down because I was on somebody else's channel. Yeah, I wrote down Primordial #1, parentheses, Gideon Falls, Image, Jeff Lemire, Andrea Sorrentino, Abel and Baker. That's all I wrote down with those words in no specific order explanation because I just check the synopsis and I hop over to the record on StreamYard and I make that again for somebody else's channel, so I don't want to show up bumbling because only one take everything. I don't afford myself the option of a second take or editing, so I want to at least kind of get it right.
You always seem to know what you're talking about, so that helps in the edit also.
The trick is just sound like you know what you're talking about. Then it doesn't matter if you know what you're talking about. I want to talk some comic creators.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these people that self-fund their stuff, I can't imagine how important that is.
So the chat, I want to say, let's wish Vince McLean an early happy birthday and a congratulations on switching jobs.
Oh, wow. Happy birthday and congratulations on switching jobs.
Not too bad, verbatim.
The Cole says Batman Day changes annually. I call Power Rangers Day just another day. That's unfortunate. But yeah, I don't expect people, like I'm so surprised when I meet people that are older or younger than myself that are huge into Power Rangers because I really feel like that was just a very specific age range that it hit right when they were at a specific age as kids. That was their introduction to it.
Yeah, I completely missed that boat. I was too old, if you want to call it that, by that time.
Now, Finn, he absolutely loves Power Rangers. I mean, they still make new Power Ranger stuff for current kids and stuff, but my dad, he can watch any content. Like if there's a good story to be had, it doesn't matter if it was made 60 years ago, if it's made corny and low budget now, he can watch it and get the story out of it and appreciate it. Just like when you're reading something, it just takes more of your imagination to get to it. But he has the complete Power Rangers box sets that they've done so far. And when Finn was like 1 is when my dad just got to it when it's time to watch it. He just watches stuff systematically. He doesn't just, I'm in the mood for this or that. It's all going in order. So Finn watched every season of the Power Rangers for the first 20 seasons with my dad while we were like working and my dad was watching him on those like 2 days a week.
Wow.
So he caught it when he was really young. And then they have the new stuff that was coming on Netflix for a while. So he just loves it. He's grown up in a house, all the vintage figures and stuff. So I got lucky with all that.
Yeah. Anytime I've ever recorded, it was always just too cheesy for me to continue to watch. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. The new stuff, I recognize how cheesy it is, but I enjoy watching it because I'm turning it on expecting that, Yeah. I'm just kind of looking past it, just trying to find like, I don't know, what's the villains really up to and stuff like that. But we got 16 people hanging out. Appreciate all y'all stopping by. Creeping on 1K, I am. It hit the 970s here this weekend. It looks like it went up 1 and down 1 the past day.
973.
I'm almost to my 250 sub giveaway. Fantastic.
Nice.
Oh, look, that's where I got my name from, Sandlot. Yeah. See, now, here's the thing. Like, my wife will watch all, like, the Coco Melons and the Sheriff Callies and all these cartoons on Netflix and Disney Plus with the kids, and they'll watch them, like, on repeat, just all day, in and out, every day. So with her new work schedule, I get to hang out with the kids a lot more out of work when she's at work. And they're like, let's watch Coco. I'm like, hell no. You're going to watch. There's other stuff out there. We're going to turn on the Sandlot. That's what we're watching. Like, what? No. And then you turn it on, and they see other kids playing baseball and running around. They're both just glued. I'm like, that's how you do it. So we watched the Sandlot recently, and I forget what other movie I watched. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. They love that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, we're actually going through our 80s phase also. We knocked out Gremlins.
Oh, fantastic.
Back to the Future 1 and 2. 3 will be on the way, and I don't remember ever seeing the Sandlot, so I might watch that one too.
See, that's another one that came out when I was younger. I was probably like 6, 7, maybe 8, 9, around there when that one came out. That was a 90s one, but it's set in the 60s. It's really good, you know. What is going on, Cade? How are you today? Appreciate you hopping in. Appreciate you. I appreciate you, guy.
See what you did.
Comic book orgy. Oh, wow.
Speaking of that, that's one book I'm looking forward to this week is Scumbag number 10.
Now, I haven't been reading that, but that blows my mind. It's already up to number 10. Feels like not long ago that was first coming out, and everyone was like, geez.
Yep.
Caught a lot of people off guard. No, I haven't read that one at all. What's the premise of it?
It's possibly the worst guy on Earth. The most well, I wouldn't say heinous. He doesn't do evil stuff, but he's just like a loser, low life, no direction whatsoever, and he's given the power to save the Earth. And
what power is this? Is it actual superpower or he's just that guy?
Yeah, he's just that guy, and I think it changes on the situation. Like it's a whole different bunch of powers. But yeah, it's fun to go in, ask for, hey, you got Scumbag this week? I'm looking at Scumbag number 1. So
I just caught it from the chat. It looks like Norm Macdonald passed away.
Wow, he wasn't that old either. He was in his 50s.
Taylor said he was battling cancer for a while.
See, and that's another thing that leads me back to this, you know, because that plant-based stuff, you know, you hear about all the red meat and the carcinogens when you cook it.
Yeah, processed meats that you put on your sandwiches is a Group 1 carcinogen, and it's on the American Cancer Association's website listed as a carcinogen, but they're because of like their ties with food industries, and where big money plays a big part in advertising and stuff, so they don't push that narrative. It's pretty crazy. When it all comes down to it, when it comes to government and money and stuff, people aren't after the best interests of the people. It's pretty obvious, you know. They're not supposed to be. Their job is to sell products, and you're supposed to keep that kind of stuff in mind when you're looking to people whose job it is to make money. Are they really there to teach you nutrition, or are they there to make money? They're there to sell you. They're just salesmen. That's all they are.
Right. And it was one of those things that I've heard Bruce Lee say it before, but it was reiterated in that documentary saying, take what you can from what every person says, because it is not necessarily going to be as good for you. Mm-hmm. Take your bits and pieces from every source of information and tailor it to your life.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you, the MMA fighter who sat down and started doing all that research and made that Game Changers documentary, he also did an appearance on the Joe Rogan podcast. What happened was a nutritionist went on the podcast and tore into that guy and all of his information, all of his data. And the guy reached out after that and said, I would like to come on and talk to this gentleman. So not long after that, the director of the documentary and the nutritionist who was trying to tear him up were on there together. And for 2 hours straight, you watched the nutritionist backpedal, be wrong, and look like a complete POS for everything he said for 2 hours straight, because, you know, you have young Jamie there fact checking everything everyone's saying, as well as this guy coming prepared with his own notes that he spent a long time putting into this. He said nothing infactual, and he actually tears up this guy for not only being a horrible nutritionist, but a complete airhead and who does zero research. He just regurgitates crap.
Yep.
But that episode of the Joe Rogan Experience is not on YouTube anymore because a lot of it slowly comes down because of how much there is, and they've moved to Spotify, but I highly recommend going and watching it.
Yeah, I mean, just Rogan in general. That guy takes both points of views and reams them both equally. So you'll definitely get some truth out of that one.
I love listening to his show.
I like the ones he's done with Jordan Peterson.
Oh yeah. I've been watching a lot of those. About two. He's done like 3 of them, about 2.5 hours. Jordan Peterson is a well-spoken dude, and a lot of people, if you're quick to write off Jordan Peterson, you're also quick to not think for yourself at all. And that because I take turns watching. Like, I try to find somebody who, from just like on just at a base level, I hear like, oh, this person I think has conflicting ideas than myself. So I'm about to spend a lot of time digesting their content to see if what I think holds up after listening to it. And because I don't like listening to people that are just blowing smoke up my ass. It's not fun. But Jordan Peterson's super, super duper fun to listen to his points of view. He's He's a big equal opportunity, not equal outcome kind of fellow. After listening to a lot of his lectures,
I think the diet he's on is all meat.
a carnivore diet.
Like he doesn't have many carbohydrates. I forget it was. It's been a while, but
No, I said carnivore diet.
um,
I don't know. I've never looked into that. Voter cry. So Louis and Brian have both plugged in here for the CBC Award finalists, and the new nomination for the People's Choice Award is up. He's trying to get the word out there and get as many people knowledgeable about it. And if you can also spread that information, go to CBC Awards on Instagram, and you can see numerous posts about it, where it's easy to share it, put it out there into the community, tag people just to spread the word, even if you don't go out and vote, which would be great if you did participate. But even if you don't, just if you could do a part in just spreading the word and help Brian and the LCS YouTube channel, just trying to get it out there.
And all of the nominated parties, let them know too.
Yeah. I was nominated for a category, Community Building Award, which I thought was super awesome and super cool. I decided I'm not really going to campaign for myself. I don't know. I'm just going to help spread the word of the thing itself. But Louis here was voted for most creative, and if you're not going to go and actually cast your vote for him, you might as well just jump off a cliff. But I don't recommend jumping off a cliff.
Very high cliff.
Jordan just inspires. Smash that like button, y'all. Did you guys saw the Joe Rogan Experience one with Yeonmi Park and the women that escaped North Korea? I haven't been able to finish it. I have not seen that one yet, but I'll go check it out. Dude, I think one of the most enjoyable ones was the one with Jack Dorsey and Tim Pool. And Jack Dorsey, the guy who owns Twitter, he also had his mouthpiece next to him. Like the girl that works for me does all the public relations stuff. And there's at times when you would swear to God she's a robot, because they would ask him a question and he would look at her and he would like phrase the question simply and then just look back forward and she would just start talking. I'm like, dude, this is crazy. He's afraid to say anything. And Tim Pool was really, really going at it with him.
Didn't he have one where it was just him?
Just Jack or just Tim?
Just Jack.
I don't think so. I don't think Jack's got balls like that unless it was early on. I don't think it has to do with having balls. I just think it would be very irresponsible for somebody in his position for his point of view. Like, I'm in this position and I have all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And there was a bunch going on at the time specifically with how they were handling their platform and what's considered free speech and how does that apply to businesses and all that kind of crap, which is still going on. But you can look to Elon Musk going on there by himself, and what happens? He on live streaming, he smoked weed for the first time. Dude, as soon as he hit that, his phone started ringing. That was hilarious, dude. He's like, uh-oh, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Hey, Tyler.
What's that?
What's going on?
Hey, man.
What's going on?
Is that how I talk?
Yeah, kind of.
What's that?
Who was playing Bridge Over Troubled Water earlier?
What are you talking about?
You could hear it in the background of one of you two.
It must be on the TV in here. Let me turn the mic a little bit.
You could just barely hear it, but I could hear it. I was like, that's odd.
She's watching some doctor show on Netflix or something. It's super violent. It's horribly filmed, but it's like they really go in on the surgery scenes.
Nick, I can't believe you've never seen The Sandlot, man.
I may have, and I'm definitely sure that I know the terminology. You're killing me, small.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah, it's like a timeless classic.
Yeah,
like,
watch it today and it'll hit just the same.
Yeah, it is amazing. I think you could see it as a little kid or as an adult and enjoy it the same.
How unfortunate, E-Man. I was about to send you the link.
Is that what
you gotta see it?
After mine.
The big dog next door?
Yes.
Okay, I probably did see it. I forgot about it.
The Beast. He was the Sandlot, the baseball field was in the middle of the neighborhood, and the Beast's backyard was like the far side of outfield. So if you hit a home run, your ball's lost forever. And the kid who's new to town, Smalls, he's not an outside type kid, but his stepdad has a nice trophy room with a baseball signed by some lady named the Babe. And when they ran out of baseballs, like, I got one at home. So he snuck in there and got it because he wanted to fit in with the group. And, of course, he hits his first home run ever. over the fence with the baseball signed by Babe Ruth. And it's about at that point the movie switches gears to them trying to survive getting it.
It's always the way.
Yeah, and James Earl Jones is actually the owner of the house where the beast lives, and he was an old play. I don't want to tell you about him because you should watch the movie.
Yeah.
That's funny. We're not willing to spoil the Sandlot like it just came out.
It was like
Just don't. Just
30-year-old.
watch this. I mean, you can watch the second one. Well, you can't, Nick, because if you didn't grow up watching the first one, there's really no point. And it's not a sequel to it. It's like a soft remake of it. Like the whole thing is the same setup, and they'll just alternate the scenes and change them up a little bit. But it's trash.
Even Ignacio saw the Sandlot. He doesn't even know what baseball is.
And if you want to see number 2, you better act accordingly, Ignacio.
Tyler, what are you up to today, man? It's good to see you. Good to have you on.
Not a whole lot. Just I was cutting the grass and
I'm glad we
nothing
could
important.
rescue you.
Yeah.
Back to work this week?
Yeah, back to work this week. For now, we'll see how long that lasts. Seems like we walked in the first day and they were already talking about us being off another week.
And y'all aren't being compensated for this time off, are y'all?
We get unemployment.
Where is it? Is it a shortage of materials to make the chips, or is it stuck in shipping over there in California, or what?
So it was in China. They stopped making chips due to the virus, and basically life kept going. And when they came back, like I want to say it was 2 months later. I don't know exactly how many, but they make them and they're already done, like in something. So they were 2 months behind. So they've been 2 months behind ever since they came back because everything else has just kept going. Like the chips go in washing machines, phones, cars. They go in everything. So it's just like they can't catch up. And of course, we used to make them here in Kokomo, Indiana, and they shut that plant down in 2013 or 14.
The Beach Boys just started running through my head.
And so what is this? Oh, nice.
You said send me a picture. I said I got you.
Every YouTuber's face on a thumbnail. Both of those faces right there.
Hey! And Justin looking at me like a lumber snack. Oh, man. Yeah, you should try it more often, Bert.
Burke, are you ever working, man? You're
Yeah, we have to
always on
define
here.
He's a cultured dude.
I knew Kokomo was real. There it is, Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I want to take you.
I can't.
Sounds like something Freaky Louie needs to
There he
for
is.
next song.
You know he's got it on deck. Stay
He's
tuned,
probably
sir.
made it 10 minutes ago as soon as you said it. Let's see if we can get this other one up here just for Justin. So this man is a pro. He made a thumbnail for not just Instagram, which that's what this one's formatted for. Hence the special guest Legion.of.comics. But we have this one, which looks blurry because of how I downloaded it so quick. But now he's looking at the comic collector origins like a lumber snack. And it says Legion of Comics. So look at that. He's a pro, man.
Yeah, you don't mess around.
No, this guy don't play no games. I actually checked my email today to see if he sent those show notes because, I'm like, dude, should I be nervous? Should I read those? Am I supposed to be prepared?
It's not like Fridays.
Dude, we are so prepared for Fridays. I hope no. Dude, it'd be sad if people watched this and thought, I wonder how much time they spend preparing for this. Zero. Zero.
Yeah, I do prep work at work so I can have Friday off just to do whatever.
Exactly. No song, no joke. That song is on regular rotation. Well, you spend a lot of time in tropical paradises these days, E-Man. And also, if you're available, you do have the link to hop on. As a matter of fact, I'm going to send some links to
Right around lunchtime, where he's at.
Let's see. This is the different. Like I used to do this more often on Tuesdays, but life has just been different these days. Which there's nothing wrong with that at all, and it just hasn't been as easy to pull off. But my wife is off work. The kids are passed out. She's passed out. But yeah, it just worked out good today.
Tally, did you get a haircut? I know you trimmed the beard.
You look different. You really do, Mr. Fantastic.
I don't know if you've got your lipstick on or what. You look extra juicy.
It's probably because there's light hitting me from this direction.
I got this open as well, my window right here open, because I got a confirmation that a package was delivered yesterday, and I get home and it was not delivered. So I immediately reported it to the post office as well as the email that came from the shop. But it's that Department of Truth number 11 John Jang exclusive, which is kind of a big deal because it's the regular and the Virgin, that the images are different, but it's also that ultra rare, only going to give out 5 copies once we sell out. I got 2 copies of that one coming, and it's supposed to all be together. So like one of the most anticipated books I was getting here recently is Sketch in the Mail. Now I have had this happen before where it's marked as delivered and it just shows up the next day.
Me too.
Because the post office, for whatever reason, it's just rough, but hopefully it comes in today. Looking forward to hanging out. Check your IG, Justin.
Yeah, speaking of which, Tyler, I was mentioning to Mark earlier that I was thinking about branching out to Monday mornings. So, and having a hangout, but I kind of see that proliferating into every day of the week, and we just have one constantly ongoing. So,
well, see, now you're getting to the territory of what we talked about with Whack Comics in the 24-hour live stream. If someone was able, if you had a channel, right? What if there was a channel, 24-hour comic network? Call it whatever you want. But the shtick is like you can just hop on and hang out or whatever. But if people had like if you knew you were good for 2 hours Monday morning, Nick, that was your slot. You show up, you're responsible for carrying it for 2 hours, and then it runs through the week and it hits Friday morning. I got it from 7:30 to noon. You know what I mean? Just if you had, then by the time it hits Saturday night, Chip has it till Sunday. Just, you know what I'm saying?
right.
But if you have enough people that do that, then coordinate it into one channel.
So instead of like, the station guys have Whiplash Wednesdays, we can just have Whiplash Week.
Yeah, and it would be on one channel. Just
Everybody.
comic book drop in. And just like with a normal 24-hour news cycle, there'd be a lot of repetitive talk, but
yeah,
it would be necessary.
Hello, good.
What's up?
What's up, you guys? So listening to that right there, Mark, I can totally see like Spine Ticks taking the 9 p.m. to like 7 a.m. time slot, like Saturday into Sunday. But like that would be crazy. That's actually a really good idea. It's almost like running a radio show, but on YouTube specifically for comic books, where everyone's in line. It's like a DJ, right?
Yeah, but it would be on one channel where people like you deal with StreamYard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not difficult for different people to pop into the same StreamYard, like as moderator controller. It just requires an email address. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Make it happen, Chip.
I think it's possible, man. Doing a 48-hour straight stream, right?
No, we're talking like the entire week.
Yeah,
if there was just
like
a 24-hour,
24/7, like literally 24/7.
So it'd be like CBN instead of CNN, right? Comic Book Network instead of
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
I think this is possible. I'm sure someone's going to pull it off. I'm sure there's enough people in our community to be able to pull something like that off, right?
Oh,
you
definitely.
can hit everyone up and be like, "Hey, man, who can take, Mark, dude, could you do, 7:30 a.m. real time to, like 8:30 a.m. something like that." It's yeah, dude. I'd be tight to be able to work on something like that, you guys, and get a lot of sponsorships and see if we can get.
Now, I did figure out that if there's nothing going on your channel, like you can't just open a live stream, walk away, and point it at a wall. It'll eventually cut itself off.
You do.
No, I'm being serious. Like that. God, I forget what week it was. I think it was when the Snyder Cut came out, but I was up for like I don't know, like 50 something hours straight, on and off shows and this and that. But I got to the point of doing something. And Kyle, promiscuous time traveler, like I ended up going and I tried to get Finn to chill out for a nap, and I passed out with him, you know. And Kyle, promiscuous time traveler, was the last person on the stream, and he kind of just signed off and said goodbye. And right after he did it, cut itself off, even though that mine was still technically up.
So it's pretty
Maybe
smart
take
then.
audio cues, maybe.
It might.
Make it happen, Chip.
I like how Chip's the tech guy. Chip can make things
That's
happen.
who you go to.
Yeah, Nick, if you do a one on Monday, I would definitely be in the chat listening, because Mondays are always busy days at my job, but I'm doing a lot of grooming and stuff on Mondays. That's probably my biggest grooming day, because that's when I have my assistant manager worked with me, so I'm able to kind of pile more on my day to do, because I can let him handle a lot of other stuff without having to babysit. And that's when I listen to most of my YouTube stuff, is I just have stuff playing while I'm grooming.
For sure. Hey, so E-Man, did you just get back from somewhere?
No, I'm about to leave to somewhere.
He just got back from Hawaii, and he's about to leave for Hawaii.
Check this out. Oh, snap. What the heck? Is that Simon?
Is that
Simon, it looks like he's chowing down on some custards.
is custard pie?
Getting down.
I'm liking this everyone using other people's avatars thing.
So check this out. So back in March, I sold some comics like a Venom 3 and Agents of Atlas #1, Migo Suyan, Virgin, and Trade. I made some decent change off selling some books. So I bought our tickets to Hawaii. Well, we're not going to go to Maui anymore. We're switching it to go to the Big Island this week. By doing that, I ended up saving close to like $350, almost $400. So using the credits from that, and because my girlfriend and I ended up purchasing special companion pass tickets like on a special day, I turned one flight to Maui into a flight to the Big Island, to Denver, and to 2 other places like in February, wherever we decide to go. Dude. I got lucky with that, because I was like, I didn't think that we can do anything like this, because Southwest Airlines, they let you switch out airplanes without any fees, so people just straight up adjust like their flights, save some money, and then use that credit for something else.
Yeah, it definitely feels good to being able to travel again. Wife and I just booked a trip to Cancun Thanksgiving week. So just looking forward to getting away again.
Oh, nice. It's going to be fun.
Did you sell a giant size X-Men to go there?
I did not. Did you, Nick? Come on.
Nick hates me for that. I'm sorry.
You didn't sell yours, did you, Nick?
No, I still have mine. That one I'm keeping. Everything else I'm selling.
Everything else. How's that secondary selling page going?
I get a big shipment of books from CBCS tomorrow, so I'm going to populate the crap out of that. So we'll see how it goes.
Nice.
I haven't sold a book at all on either profile.
Well, it probably took about a week and a half to 2 weeks before that must be his wife calling. Warning. You're muted, Nick. It took about a week and a half to 2 weeks before I sold anything on mine. But after that, like, it just kind of, it's steady. You know, it's nothing crazy. And it's nothing like no spec books or big modern books or nothing. It's just all kinds of randomness over a big course of time. Hey, Kyle.
What's that?
What's up?
What is happening here?
I'm just
He's
drawing. I'm coloring.
Oh, you got a blank cover or black and white cover?
Yeah.
Explain this camera setup and why it's moving.
Why it's moving? Oh, I keep bonking it with my head.
Nice.
I have like a whole rig set up on my microphone with a light attached to it right here. And then I have like this thing holding my phone. It actually focuses. Nicer
Really
than my
well.
actual camera.
The focus is really well.
Am I echoing at all?
Nope.
I am.
Yeah.
Okay, let me try to fix. I don't hear you in my headset, which is weird.
Mark, have you read any of the DC books yet?
Not from this week, no. I have them. The ones I picked up were the finale to Rorschach. Really excited about that. It's been a great mystery book. Superman and the Authority #3. I picked up Mighty Morphin from last week, which of course I've already read. Chip Zdarsky's Justice League Last Ride, issue #5, I believe of 6. This has been really good.
Yep.
Justice League #67, which has been perfectly fine for a Justice League title, and it's got that Justice League Dark backup story. And then Joker #7, which I'm heavily contemplating dropping this. I just don't understand the need for me to continue buying it right now.
I'm with you on that.
It's not
Yeah.
bad or anything. It's just why do I'm
I'm
losing
just not-
interest in it.
Yeah.
care.
Yep, I'm with you. I'm stopping
And-
at 7.
It's also like 40 pages or something.
What is Joker?
Yeah.
Doesn't
They're-
feel like it.
They're
Is
always
that counting Punchline?
I don't know. They're always oversized issues, and I'm just like, man, I don't know if I want to read all this. I really want to read Batman the World, though. I was sad that wasn't out today.
I have no interest in that. Like I have interest in like how cool Bermejo's art looks, but I have
Yeah, that's
No.
why I want to read it.
no interest in another Batman anthology.
Is that what it is? I thought it was just a one-shot story. Like,
No. It's 17, something like that, some excessive number of creative teams from all over the world. That this country has a small creative team that's doing a story, and this country has a small creative team that's doing a story, and
that doesn't
Yeah.
sound good.
I have no interest in it whatsoever.
Damn it.
What is going on, brother? I bought some original art from this guy on Instagram. I think I have it right here. I do. I'm gonna show y'all this. He does awesome like paint pen arts and stuff.
Oh, cool.
I've got so much art stuff sitting around here lately. I just noticed how much I actually have. But this is a homage to the Gabriel Dell'Otto Ghost Rider cover from World War Hulk, and it is absolutely fantastic. Look at that.
Oh, that is sweet.
If you can see it, but like it's, I mean, you can feel the texturing of the paint and everything. I mean, you can see it when the light hits.
Yeah,
it.
you can.
Yeah. What is that, oil?
I don't know. I'm not artistic.
Johan, let us know what you like.
But
it's not acrylic.
His Instagram page is Star Wars Art and More, I believe, and you should definitely go follow him.
Cool.
Yeah,
I
he's got
just
some
started
awesome.
awesome-
using paint pens too, and that doesn't look like paint pens to me.
No.
Just because I know, I would know. Here's my paint pen, so I would know.
You're an idiot.
We all know you as the connoisseur of paint pens.
And speaking of
Yeah.
Morphin Time, I bought another Power Rangers original art piece yesterday off Instagram.
Oh, you picked up some Radiant Black?
So, no, I didn't. God, no.
I literally was silent because I knew you were going to boot me out. I didn't want to get cut off. I didn't want you to have the satisfaction.
So Johan said it's watercolors, acrylics, and pens. So it's
Oh, wow. Okay.
He's got
Yeah.
a mixed bag.
I knew it wasn't
Awesome.
paint.
I thought it wasn't acrylic and I was wrong.
Yeah.
I'm using watercolor pencils right now.
How does that work? Oh, serious question.
So what I do, I basically lay in the lines. Let's see, I'll move this way. So I'll lay in the lines, and then I take brushes, dab them in water, and then spread the pigment around wherever I want to put the pigment. So the harder part is using the brushes. This is just like scribble on whatever you want, and then go from there.
Man, pigment.
But I didn't like the texture, so I'm kind of retouching this. I did this on my live stream yesterday on Instagram.
I popped on there for a second, and you were going through books, and then life happens.
Yep. I was.
These kids are punching me in the junk right now. I gotta go.
It was mainly a rant. So.
What were you ranting about?
Just the collector's industry in general.
Can you give us the abridged version?
We shouldn't pay exorbitant prices for things because we set the prices. Like, we're such a small community. There's no reason to have like a $3 comic book be worth as much as it is. Like, I understand like scarcity and shit like that, but like, I can manipulate the market myself if I wanted to. Like, it's that small.
Do you plan on manipulating the market when you sell this book you're working on now?
No, you do it like I could pick an indie title and make it explode. You can create your own kind of news that it got optioned. You could say that blah 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 showed up on the set of something, and like you could. I mean, Bleeding Cool is not exactly a credible source, but people think that it's like gospel when they know stuff about it.
Best uncheesy, unchildish storyline in comics right now. I think for me right now, that's very serious, not for kids, and very interesting and has me hooked. I would have to go with a story called Nice House on the Lake.
Okay.
It's completely original story right now. James Tynion IV is writing it, and he's doing it for DC Comics, even though it's just like an independent comic. No superheroes or nothing like that. And it's only a 12-issue story, and they just finished issue number 4. And it is so mysterious. Like, it's just, I just want more. I need more answers. But it's violent. It's adult content. Check it out.
This is my answer to the question, darling.
I'll say Not All Robots or Last Flight Out.
Ooh, Not All Robots. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I'd like to throw in The Many Deaths of Layla Starr into that one.
Okay.
So there's a handful of good choices right there from across the spectrum.
Those are all really good books, good series too. So good on
What was that
everybody.
one you held up, Kyle? I haven't heard of that one. Darling?
Darling. It's about drug addiction and homelessness. It's very trigger warning though. Like if you have depression, I probably wouldn't read this book. It touches on some dark concepts.
So Circumstances agrees Not All Robots is a great pick.
Yep.
And Kyle spoke very heavily about how much he enjoyed that first one, to the point that I made sure to include the second one and a shout out to him in my new comic book day video when issue 2 was dropping.
I'd love you to read that, Mark, to see what you think.
All right, well, send me your copies.
I might have to.
What are you eating, Abe?
Another one is May's book. It's only one issue in, but wow, it was good.
May's book was intricate. There's a lot of depth to that story.
Oh yeah.
That people are just like not really addressing. I'm thinking.
Now, me and E-Man addressed this choice. The Last Ronin, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles story, The Last Ronin. Though it's definitely not a kid's book, it's like their version of The Dark Knight Returns. But I cannot recommend that book to anybody right now. Not until it's 100% released will I recommend that book to anybody.
Yeah,
Because,
they're super delayed.
Most people that were excited. It's only 5 issues, and it's taken a year already to get 3 issues out. And so I've lost all hype for it, all excitement for it. I feel like the biggest reveals of the story took place in issue 1, and it's not a bad story at all. It's not, but there's no momentum for it anymore. And each issue I've enjoyed less and less. And that's not to downplay the story being good or bad. It's just they led with their chin with that one.
You're not the only channel talking about that too. Like there's a lot of people that share that same sentiment.
Yeah. So this is kind of like what we've recommended Awesome LeMay could do, is just have a YouTube channel where he hops on just when he's wanting to work on art, if he wants to hang out and talk to people while he does it. Because this is ridiculously entertaining watching you do this while we talk all the same. I don't know how these guys feel about being featured on video, but
the inspiration from this came from the guy who does Noctera, Tony Daniel. Yep, he was on Instagram just live, just drawing some stuff out and kind of going through his process. He'll talk about what he's drawing. Like I'm going to shade like lighter greens as I go down.
Dude,
It's gonna be
Oliver
very,
Olivetti does the same thing, which I love watching, but I don't speak Italian, so I have no clue what he's saying. But that
very,
man,
very, very true. Yes.
man, watching him work with watercolors, like, how did he just make that happen?
Right. What's crazy is pushing this pigment around. Like literally, like you can see how scratchy. Let's see, where's my camera? My camera's right there. So you see how scratchy this is, and then it turns into like cloudy after I spread the pigment around.
That's pretty cool. What's going on, Flash 6792? Robert up in the chat.
I know Aaron Bartling is doing that on Facebook. Sometimes he would go in and do like remarks and signings, and sometimes he'll do some art on there. And he just has it. He's blasting some music, and people just go in there and hang out. And he talks to people in the chat, which is pretty dope. So yeah, man, Kyle, do something like that. That'd be pretty cool. You know,
I did
have a little
on my
channel.
Instagram. No, absolutely.
Do it on YouTube though.
I know, because Instagram's so hard because you can't like just like close the app and like do other things. You have to be like freaking committed to Instagram.
Well, now I know the Comic Tropes, that YouTube channel, absolutely love it. The guy's name is Chris, but he does artwork as well, but he has some of the best. He's been doing YouTube for a long time. He's got like well over 100,000 followers and have for a long time, but he does amazing content. But he'll get on there and just do live hangouts while he's drawing or shading and stuff and just chilling with the community. He's gotta love his stuff.
So what were you guys talking about with the kind of comic radio? Because that's something I'd be totally interested in.
We were thinking about a 24/7 comic book news network.
Ooh, okay.
There's a channel that never turned off and just had different people when they had availability. If they were able to commit to an hour here every week, I could commit to this hour. And if I can't make it, I'll have somebody else come in. You know, I'm responsible for my hour. Or I'm like,
I would totally
I'm good for,
down for that.
5 hours on Friday morning. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm good for this or that. And
And
that way
shit.
people in the community could just come in to the same YouTube channel any and every day of the week and pop on and hang out and chat in the chat or listen to comic content. It's just always there and available. Because I myself,
That sounds
over
awesome.
recorded videos, I look for live chats. Like I look to go hang out with people in the chat or on stream, either one. You know, it's just.
And Chip has to be the one who's in charge of doing the call sign. You are now listening to WCBC.
We get Pan to do the after hours one.
Well, make sure you include me in that if it actually transpires. I'm 100%.
That'll never
Well,
happen.
I would never think of not including you in something. It doesn't matter what it is. The next time I'm setting up for a good old fashioned B&E, I'm calling you. We know that you can go underground. We know that you can go on houses.
I don't know how realistic it is. It sounds like such a cool idea, but it would be so hard.
It's a logistics nightmare.
Yeah,
Oh,
you'd have to
man.
have one person spearhead the whole thing. They're just in charge of making sure that there's constant coverage.
And that person cannot have any other commitments in life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
it
also-
would be a full-time job for sure.
but imagine
And you
they
need
could pull.
a bunch of people that could fill in. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're right. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people that need to fill in. You're going to have to contact other people in the community. Be like, hey, man, I have a time slot from this to this. Could you fill in? Like, it's like you said, it's a logistical nightmare, but it could also be uber lucrative if done.
You got to ask yourself, is the juice worth the squeeze? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Billy the Kid #1, there was a retailer preview that was sent out to shops probably about a month ago, and my LCS owner recommended it. Pocan Joe actually ended up with his retailer exclusive. It wasn't meant to be sold, but I guess the shop owner did not know. And it was Pocan's read of the week. He gave it high reviews, so I definitely recommend everybody checking out Billy the Kid #1 when it hits shelves.
Oh, that looked really cool. It's like a female Billy the Kid, right?
I have no clue. Joe broke
Or
it
am I
down and talked
mistaken?
about it, but that was months ago. And Joe says a lot of crazy stuff, and it really takes the place of anything reasonable. You remember him saying.
Understood. Oh, yes, this is beautiful.
So all of it's not really showing up yet from my end. Is that yellow?
Yeah, so I got yellows and greens and stuff. I got my headlamp on it. I'm just pushing the pigments. It's really heavy there, so I'll kind of spread it down. It's just cool. I can work with it just actively wet.
That's what he said.
Hey.
So what's on y'all's pickups for this week? What are y'all looking forward to?
Let me pull up my previews.
Yeah, let me pull up.
Yeah.
So this is
League
one
of
I did
Comic Geeks.
not pick up, but I'm going to be reading it digital.
We got competing factions here: League of Comic Geeks and Previews World.
I'm League of Comic Geeks myself.
Yeah.
So
On
either
a
way,
train-
both of them will steer you wrong. Both of them will
Yeah,
steer you wrong.
As
that's
Mark
true.
and I know, like they totally steered me wrong on one of my shows when I was like, "Oh, Last Ronin is going to be one of my pickups," and that shit got pushed back 2 weeks after I did the show.
I tried
Thanks,
to warn
League
you.
of Comic Geeks. Yeah, you did warn me.
I told you ahead of time.
You did. You totally did. I was like, "No, I'm just going to go for it. It's for content. See what happens." But for me, I'm looking at Primordial, Seven Secrets, Homesick Pilots, Eternals, and what else is on my
I like how many
Campese?
indies. Yeah, all those indie books. Let's go.
Campese was freaking ridiculous. I really enjoyed that first issue, so I'm looking forward to reading that one.
Hey man, there's like a dragon over there, and like I don't know what to do about it. There's like a troll that showed up last month, and like man, Vinny couldn't even help us out with it.
Wait a minute. You said there's a freaking dragon out there? What the fuck are you talking about? There can't be no fucking dragon out there. What's going on? What's
Johnny,
wrong with you?
This guy thinks that there's a dragon out there. What's this guy's problem?
Hey.
Come on,
From
there.
a former New York resident.
My Google Home just spoke up. I'm looking forward to the future. My Google does that every now and then as well.
And the California guys, please refrain from doing any New York.
Walking here.
Let's hear
Hey.
yours, Nick. Let's hear yours.
Walking here.
I can't. I mean, if I'm driving,
There's
I can
fucking
do it. I
dragons.
understand
If I'm driving.
that. I've been in Texas 10 years. I mean, I don't know how to do this stuff anymore.
Hey, kid,
Have y'all
I've been
seen
in
that?
Texas
There we
10
go.
years.
Hello.
I don't want to do this stuff anymore.
Have y'all seen the trailer
About
for the upcoming Sopranos movie?
No.
Not for nothing.
No.
I know you guys didn't do it justice for sure.
Not
That's
for nothing.
fair. But what all we're trying to say is Campese is a really fun read. Like
Yeah.
that's the whole crux of what E-Man and I are trying to portray here. pick up Campese, and you'll also want to do an accent like that.
it's I do read it with an accent. I do read
Me
it
too.
with a New York
Yeah,
accent.
you cannot read that
Seriously.
book and not think that these guys are just talking to each other in like an Italian New York accent.
Yeah.
Like
It's pretty funny. It's
So,
pretty
E-Man,
entertaining. Yo.
you're on Team Jam Gang.
Yeah.
So did you get the Department of Truth number 11 exclusive
Q-tip.
with it's the Bigfoot cover where he has the X's over his eyes, but then the Virgin variant, he's got the big X over his whole face. And then they did that ultra exclusive. If Dark Phoenix Comics were to have sold out, they were going to give away 5 copies of the black and white one that has the small X's. Oh, no, it has the pentagram on his face.
Let me see. State of Comics. All right, there's that one and that. You know what? I think I skipped out on that one. Just because I had something, coming up. I think around when that was when I was dropped. It looks dope. I like it, but no, I did not pick it up.
Yeah, I was mentioning, or I'm sitting there watching out the window for the mailman. He always comes down the other side of the street first, and it's kind of early for him right now, but it was marked as delivered yesterday, so I'm expecting it to show up today, or I'm gonna be sad.
So what's this ultra exclusive? Who did what for what and how? Who?
Dark Phoenix Comics is the exclusive online retailer geared toward speculation buyers, because if you go into their VIP group and everything, that's all they're ever talking about is this store is going to hit. If you don't get it now, you're going to feel like an idiot. Da 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 da. Blah blah. But anyways,
Blues.
it's people doing exactly what Kyle was ranting about, I guess. But they have
Market
the
manipulation, yeah.
trade dress and the virgin variant. And then there's the black and white one with the pentagram on his face. And they said if they sell out of the trade dress and the virgin, they will offer up 5 copies raffle style to the people that bought them. You know what I mean? But so I was nervous when I saw that because I collect all of his covers. You know, like if the trade and the virgin is the same, I go for the virgin. You know, or I'll do a placeholder with a trade dress if that's all I got at the time. But with him, he does a lot of his covers different. He changes them up to make it actually worth having to buy a set. You know, if you want that virgin, you got to buy a set most of the time. But so I got nervous when I saw that whole thing, like a raffle. How do I buy a copy in a raffle? I can't. So I messaged John and was asking him about it. And I got the information to the shop owner. So I messaged him and talked to him for a while and found out some more information and details and secured 2 copies for myself. So like I'm really excited for him to come in. But now the postman is playing games with my package.
Jerk postman. Yeah, because I just went on Dark Phoenix right now. Looks like there's still copies of that John Jang Department of Truth number 11 up there.
Which one? Dark Phoenix?
Yeah, Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, I don't think they sold out.
What did the exclusive look like?
All black and white, 100% black and white. There's a pentagram over his whole face.
There have been so many covers for so many of those issues. It's hard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Miko Suyon just did a Purple Rain homage.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was pretty cool.
That looked pretty dope. Yeah.
And then Jang just did a number 12 that dropped for Frankie's. Frankie's and Golden Apple waited till they had him in hand, and instead of pre-selling them, just did a flash sale for him. And that number 12, and it's wicked. It is super wicked.
Are we getting tired of all these, all these exclusives?
I've been tired of them.
Some of them I'm like, some of them are dope. Some of them like, do I want to get it to complete a set? What's the reasoning for me getting this? Like Department of Truth, House of Slaughter. There's so many books right now where it's like there's so many different covers, and it's like it's just being pushed in my face.
Yeah, me personally, when it comes to the retailer exclusives, I have no problem not buying any of them, except I collect John Jang artwork that it just is on comics.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what series it is, what book it is. If I read it or not, I'm buying it for literally the completionist cover art. And once in a blue moon, once in a very, very rare occasion, I'll buy like a Miko cover or something. But like his Ninjak number 1, I'm not reading Ninjak. I don't care about a modern Ninjak with a cartoon interior style to it and stuff.
That Ninjak is pretty dope, though.
Yeah, it's great. I'm not reading Street Fighter, but I got that ultra rare Vega that he did.
I'm just tired of the same homages over and over and over again.
That's fair.
Yeah, that Vega one is sick too.
Mm-hmm.
So what was it in Japan? The 4 main bosses, their names are different. Here it's M. Bison, Vega, Sagat, and what was it? M. Bison. Yeah, that's it. M. Bison, Sagat, Vega.
Dalsim wasn't a bad guy, boss.
No.
Did that right.
I know he was a bad guy, but he wasn't a boss, was he?
Balrog.
Yeah, Balrog was a good guy, the American boxer dude. Are you talking about Zangief?
No, not Zangief. I'm talking about the 4 final bosses in the original Street Fighter. It was here in America. The big guy? Yeah, the bad guys. The 4 main bad guys. It was M. Bison, which was the head guy. Vega, which is what you have behind you.
Sagat with the eye patch.
Yes, Sagat with the eye patch. And then Balrog was the boxer. But in Japan, Balrog was actually M. Bison for Mike Tyson. And Balrog is actually M. Bison here in America. Did you guys know that?
I didn't know.
No.
Yeah.
Wasn't Akuma one of those also?
That was
Akuma,
that was Street Fighter later down the road.
Yeah, it was later on. Akuma was badass though. He was supposed to be like the master who knows how to do exactly what Ken and Ryu can, but just on a different level.
Beckerman, what is up, brother?
In Batman.
We're still a little Tuesday hanging out on our lunch breaks.
Yeah, I made a reference to Becker in my a lot of the things that he was saying on your guys' at week's end. I really agreed with.
Yeah, we had a Beckerman reference earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me say what I was looking forward to. My favorite series, By the Horns, is coming out with issue 5 this week. I think it's going to. They say 5 of 7 on the site, but I think it's 5 of 8 or 9. I'm not positive. And then the only thing that hasn't been said is Possessive, number 2. I believe that's the same people that did Man, Goat, and Bunny Man. It just looks. I picked it up because the art and the covers were super eerie. It's like this dude dating a zombie.
Nice. You
But
Promised Me Comics said that By the Horns is ongoing now, even.
Yeah. Oh, You Promised Me Comics is here. Hey, what's up, Sparks?
Mm-hmm.
He's awesome. He's my go-to for learning about indie, or one of my go-tos for learning about indie books.
Yeah, you're definitely not coming to me for that.
Yep.
You need DC, you go to Mark. You need Indie, you go to Sparks.
I definitely dabble in everything though, and I sure go to Ryan and Kyle to hear about good indies. Did you
Yep.
read Last Flight out yet, Kyle?
No, but didn't somebody just reference that
Yeah, that's what Tyler
as
listed.
the mature one? Okay.
Yeah.
That I have it right here. I just haven't read it.
Now I'm not saying it's the most original concept or anything, but it is one of the most smoothest reads I've read in a long time. It is just well put together. Like when you watch movies, you're like, okay, this is a B movie. This movie is a sci-fi channel movie, like with quality and time, effort, and care that goes into the projects. You know, they're not all meant to be like top tier. You know what I mean? Some of them are meant to be whatever, but this one is top quality creative wise, like putting it together, working with your artist, panel work. It's smooth. There's a lot in it.
Jesus, sorry.
It's okay. We forgive you.
Thank you.
Yeah, You Promised Me Comics says that it is great.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, You Promised Me Comics used to be Sparks Comics, and him and Caroline changed the name of their channel because of a behemoth book that came out called You Promised Me Darkness, which is an amazing story. And y'all, when I actually put my top 25 list, you'll hear more about You Promised Me Darkness.
Nice.
We had Damien on our show once. That guy's pretty cool. It's real chill to talk to.
Seriously. And they have a lot of freedom at that studio. Like, I was just like, I kind of touched on this before, that Behemoth has they do crazy stuff, and they have lots and lots of freedoms of you get some over the top things. Like if you read MFKZ or Freak Snow, those are over the top. And then Vault is more of horror based and character building, and Scout Comics is more of just off the wall ideas like By the Horns. So that's how I talk about indie titles.
Behemoth also has a Necromorphist. That's a pretty dope book too. See what Behemoth does is they actually get comics from overseas, and then they bring them here, and they market it to an American audience. Like MFKZ is actually, I think it's Mexican.
I think it's French. Or is that Carmen? No, that's Carmen.
It's
Italian?
But that's what they do, is they get other comics from other regions and they bring them here and they market it for an American audience, which I like. I actually appreciate that.
Yep. MFKZ is French. Okay, cool. Thank you. I think it's a clever business model.
Oh, Nick, what was your question about the creator of Stray Dogs?
How he pronounces his last name?
Fleece.
Fleece.
Fleece?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick was asking me the other day. I'm like, you need to ask E-Man because they just had a long conversation with him, and I'm sure they didn't sit there for that length of time mispronouncing his last name.
Before
Right.
we even started the show, we were like, all right, Tony, how do you pronounce it? We need to make sure because I don't want to put in fleeks and it's not. He's like, it's fleece. So like the shirt, so it is fleece.
That's exactly what I said. It's fleece, like what you used to buy at Old Navy in the 90s.
Yeah. The 90s. I still have like 4 or 5 in my closet right now.
Yeah, but when did you buy them?
I'm also old, so yeah, exactly. A long time ago. Back of my college days, back in the 1990s.
Ain't nobody buying new members only jackets. We just keep our old ones.
What was the one that you guys were referencing? Something like Atari?
Yeah, Kari Andrews.
Yeah, Kari like Atari.
Oh, Kari. Yeah.
Yep.
By this point,
See?
man,
I
y'all
watch
have
your
had
shows.
countless creators on. Yeah, I think it was me, Vet, and Beckerman. We did pretty much a whole segment. You could snap off and make a video of how to properly pronounce a lot of these creators' names, from Kari Andrews to Tony Fleece to James Tynan.
When I
mispronouncing a lot.
figure out how to read, I'm gonna ask you to actually let me on that show.
Comic readers don't know how to read. Dang it, Gatsby.
You know how quick those videos would be too? How to say Tony Fleece. Tony Fleece.
Well, we had a little more fun with it than that. Like the chat was even throwing names up, and we would put them up on the screen and we would take turns. How do you say it? How do you say it? And whichever one of us knew the proper way to say it, like Brian Bolland, like everyone says Brian Boland, the famous cover artist of Killing Joke.
Ballin' like Holland.
Thank you. That's exactly his words. It's ballin' like Holland.
See, I'm telling you, I watch your shows.
Yeah.
I'm like reciting what happened on Sunday to you.
Yeah. Definitely appreciate it. I have a video of Ross Ritchie pronouncing Tynan's name. Yeah, and the point was brought up how on an interview or on a newsletter, Tynan even said he regrets naming his newsletter the Tiny Onion because everyone assumes his last name is Tiny Onion because of that and because of how it's spelled. But when it comes to proper nouns, it's not necessarily pronounced, how would you say it? Phonetically? Yeah, phonetically.
Yeah, and it could just be it just could be the way the person wants it pronounced.
Yeah, like my name, it's Mark, but it's spelled with a Z and a W.
Yo, Sparks, why don't you hop on, man?
Send him the link.
Oh yeah, I have to
Do I
do that.
follow him on Instagram? I'm assuming he's on Instagram.
Yeah, he is. You promised me. Caroline is the she in that group.
Caroline is the one that was just on No Good Comics, right? Last Saturday with Justin.
I'm gonna send you the link from my other Instagram.
How many do you have? This is why you don't have an identity, Kyle.
I have 4 Instagrams and 7 YouTube channels.
Jesus,
oh, wow.
What?
Yeah.
Now the question is, are you subscribed to everyone you follow on all of those?
On all of them, yeah. Actually,
Oh, wow.
You promised me comics. You can chime into that. He was gonna do a giveaway if he reached a certain number, and he was like 10 short. And I just kept logging into accounts, and I got him to make the. I kind of forced him to do the giveaway.
That was nice of you.
I asked him before. I was like, "Can I just do this?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, whatever."
At least as long as it was consensual.
Yes, it was consensual. I established consent before. We signed an agreement.
He did do that, LOL. The love contract. Y'all remember the Chappelle show when he had the love contract? Then he shot the used condom. Kobe.
I might have to leave to send the link.
Here for anal.
Yeah. Damn it. God, that show is so funny. That's a timeless show.
But because of the woke community, they canceled that. This is inappropriate. We can't be having shows.
That
like
show
this,
would not fly today, thank God, for DVDs.
No. No, I think it's on. Isn't it like on Netflix or on HBO Max right now? I think it's on streaming.
Well, no, because The Office left Netflix, but it hit Peacock, which is a free streaming service. If y'all don't know, I know a lot of people have heard of Peacock already. They have originals, or it's what is it, NBC or something, or CBS's streaming service. There you go, Nick. I got the same ones right back here. I normally have everything, which is weird. As many places as I have my movies and stuff, I normally have them all in arm's reach when they're relevant somehow. But Peacock started streaming The Office, but they took off a handful of episodes already. I'm like, what? Come on, man.
Yeah, the Office.
It's not meant to. It's not meant to be correct. You know what I mean? The fact that it's inappropriate is what's relevant in that story.
Yeah.
Like they actually play to it being inappropriate in the story. Like, don't do what these idiots are doing. You know, no one sees that and thinks I better go emulate that right now.
And that's the thing. A lot of people think that there's people that are going to go out there and emulate that right now. Because, dude, Michael Scott is cringy AF. Like, who didn't want to be that guy? You know,
Dwight even more. It's mostly Dwight that's getting the episodes pulled. It's his character's content.
Dwight later on, for sure. But Mike kissing Oscar for the first time was something that.
Yeah, it was the sensitivity training or the diversity training episode. That one got pulled in the Christmas episode. I forget what country has the Christmas origins where it's like a weird Santa Claus and he has not an elf, but he has a little black kid as his helper. But because Dwight, he's white, so he got his weird cousin who runs around in the barns quiet. Yes. He went blackface and they were walking to the Christmas party and like, nope, y'all can't come in here.
Oh my god. That show is timeless, man. People just get too sensitive.
They addressed that this is inappropriate. Like it should have been a message to we should show this so they can tell people not to do this. It's just crazy how people receive stuff. But I think it's like what you said. It's not the people getting upset about it. It's the people too afraid that somebody will get upset about it. They're
true. Everybody's a lawsuit away from getting in trouble.
Yeah. And that's the unfortunate part where you can just sue anybody, And it's... Is that my mailman?
Is that it? Is that the mail? Squirrel!
Bro, you have no idea how excited I am. Like, I'm slightly... Like, I'm more excited than I am nervous. What? Oh, wait, it was mail.
Later.
Oh, snap. Are we going to get an unboxing here live on Legion of Comics on WCBC Radio, where you get Mark?
I desperately want that to be a thing. I would sign up for like a 3-hour time slot, like two times a week or something.
It'll be on KCBC on the West Coast and WCBC on the East Coast.
All right, so first off, y'all there?
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
Dark Phoenix, boom, came in. And it came in a comic shield.
Oh.
So that worked out perfectly, and the lazy postman got reported all the same. Because the post office master is fantastic in my area. The regular post is absolutely sketchy at best. What is going on with Sparks Comics?
I think it's Postmaster Chief from Halo.
Postmaster Chief, but DJ Links told me that he's going to be sending me a birthday present. I'm like, cool, man. And then like 2 days later, he's like, hey, that's showing up today. Hope you like it. If not, I'll be happy to go F myself. And it showed up. But he sent something huge.
Oh, snap. Straight from Diamond. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
It's from Midtown, so kind of straight from Diamond. But I'm very curious what it is.
Express Lane.
We're going to get a live unboxing.
I might not show it off depending on what it is. I might save it. Sparks, this is the first time talking to you live. What's going on?
Yeah. What's up? I think I haven't been
Mark.
on with Nick either.
That's my heterosexual life partner, Nick.
Stream or not, but we talked a lot.
And you've been on with me. I forget where we were though.
I know. Was it?
It was a while back. It was like a month ago. It was. It was on Chamorro. Wait, no, it wasn't. No,
Chamorro was there.
Chamorro was there.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go.
I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
I don't think I've ever spoken to you either, Sparks. I see you in the chats or and stuff like that. And hi, my name is E-Man. I am from the Sealess Villains podcast. Sparks, nice to meet you.
Oh my God, y'all! DJ Links is the man. So real quick, I'm going to definitely share this. So,
go for it.
My favorite artist of all time is Alex Ross. He's untouchable. He's in a league all of his own. It's not even fair to compare him to other people. He just does what he does, and nobody else tries to do what he does. So that doesn't belittle anyone's art. Talking about how amazing his is, but my favorite character. It's the Immortal Hulk poster book by Alex Ross.
Dang.
Oh, that's dope.
That is
huge.
insane.
Where are you gonna put that?
Oh man, in the man cave.
Okay.
This is
I don't have
insane.
space for anything like that, man.
New wallpaper.
I'm not going to open it up and hang all the posters or anything. I'll probably leave it like this. Might bust the plastic on it and flip through it, but
I was actually
Dude, that
going to
is
ask you
insane.
to put all the posters up.
Yeah.
no, you say that jokingly, but I'm going to grab another Immortal Hulk poster I have while y'all talk amongst yourselves.
Cool.
I know I don't have any more room behind me to put anything up. I constantly rearrange this little area to make like my videos slightly different. I just added Austin's Something's Killing the Turtles right here this past week. Other than that, like the figures pretty much still stay the same. I have like a little space here to really work with because everything else is the garage, and the garage is eaten up by my girlfriend and her sister's stuff. So I'm limited to how much space I'm allowed here in the garage, and this is it. This is my sanctuary right here. You should have seen like what I was working with before.
I get all my indie pics from what Sparks has on the wall.
I've been
That is a tiny poster, Mark. That's a small poster. That's massive, dude. Are you gonna use that to cover? That's what you use to cover the house. You know when they have to fumigate holes. You know that's
Use collectibles.
And this is the cover to Avengers where he made his first appearance, the Immortal Hulk. You know, the Mark Brooks vinyl poster.
Yeah,
you gotta
during that event thing.
Yeah, God, it wasn't No Surrender. No Surrender came right after it, but
No Road Home.
no, I think it was No Surrender. I think No Road Home was right after.
Let's see what we got. Can you walk us through? I see a Stillwater issue 1. That's a spoopy series.
Oh,
yeah, you promised me darkness, of course. Hey, Beckerman, what's up?
Is that the Seven Secrets Akira cover?
it is.
Oh, dude, that's so
Nice.
good. That's Franny, right?
It is Franny, yeah.
Oh,
And that
my God,
Momoko,
dude,
is that
she's
from
so sick.
The Last Witch, or is that...
That is Wind.
That's Wind.
Wind? Okay, got you.
Can you see what that one is?
We Live.
I don't-
That's the David and Wind cover right there.
Yeah.
The one in
Hey,
15.
Beckerman.
I got it from Aftershocks, one of their live sales.
Oh, you're the one that got it. I saw that same live sale. Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Yeah,
What
heck
is
yeah.
up, Becker?
I had one of those, but I sold it. Hey, Beckerman, how's it going, man?
What the heck?
Pretty good.
Let's address the point real quick that even in his workplace, it's appropriate to hang Alex Ross artwork.
I like it.
That's amazing.
Did you see the poster book that I just got? You're muted, by the way.
Beckerman.
Yeah, sorry, I got a really noisy vent above me, so I keep it muted. I forgot my headphones today.
You can't hear it.
Okay. I can't hear the vent.
Okay.
You just sound very pixelated.
You're good.
Okay.
I just like how Sparks and Becker look like they're working out a deal with each other because of the way they're. I don't know. It's what I think. One is trying to sell paper to the other one, and then the other one's trying to get a better deal. I think that's what's happening here.
That's definitely
Are we in
happening.
the office?
Only then my name would be like Jim Beckerman.
Jim Beckerman, yeah.
Jim Beckerman.
All right, real quick, I want
That's
to
my
give a big
corporate self.
What's that?
shout out to Dark Phoenix Comics real fast because it's the first time I've ever bought from them, and they're a smaller online retailer. They just do kind of their own exclusive variants. I don't even know if they deal in like new comic book day stuff, but they have a membership program as well where you get first dibs on stuff and offers for exclusive books that don't go out to the general public. But that came in a Comic Shield and like
Very nice.
professionally, you know what I'm saying? Like they deserve that big shout out. So go check out Dark Phoenix Comics. I found them via Facebook. Well, I didn't find them naturally. I had to be given the information to go find them. So they're not all the way out there, in my opinion. You know, they're smaller.
Did you have to have like a special handshake? It's kind of a special nod and like a special word to be able to sign in. Is that
There's lots of
what
close
that- is that what
steps.
that
No,
was?
I messaged John Jang directly and was talking to him and got the owner's information. Then just messaged the owner, not the store. And then the guy from the actual owner started sending me the links to stuff.
Oh, nice. Wait, you're dead
Dope.
serious? You were just casually talking to John Jay?
You got it
Ask
like
E-
that.
Ask E-Man. He talks to him too. Holy crap, a throw-in book, and it was one that I missed. It's that final print of Department of Truth #1.
Now,
That's
Dude.
the error one too.
And
isn't
the
it?
error one. So there was one more after
Oh wow, yeah,
so
that's
is
so
that
sick.
the air?
Yeah, you got to check the incentive if it's a.
Okay, is that the
Oh,
air print or is that the reprint where they put it in the right thing? Because that was supposed to be the.
All right, where's it supposed to? Here, I'm gonna big in
you
it.
gotta
You
read.
tell me.
You gotta
It's gonna be on
read the back. It's gonna be on the back.
There's nothing on the back, Kyle.
Well,
I know that it's hard to.
that was perfect.
I only see the back of books when I slab them.
All right, guys, hold on. Where do y'all need to see?
UPC.
All right, yeah. Oh wait.
That says 6th print. Is that right?
It says cover A. Is that
So
correct?
That is
No,
that
it
is
says-
Supposed to
wrong.
be the cover A.
But it's not the one that's worth anything. You'll see something that says incentive on it.
So this is the first set of stuff that they sent out.
Correct. This
Where
is the
this
book
was
that
supposed to
made
be
everybody
the-
panic.
Yeah, this was supposed to be the 1 in 25, but they screwed it up and put it as the cover A.
Yes.
This was from the first round.
So this I thought was
Still
just
pretty
supposed
cool.
to be the final print of the book. I didn't know it was supposed to be
Yeah.
an incentive. Like I thought it was solicited as the 6th and final print that's coming out. But I'm excited because
No.
I just wanted a yellow cover. I mean, I've got a whole bunch of
Yeah,
Department
Yeah,
of
you
Truth
got the
number
you
ones.
got the cover that I have. Yeah, that's a good one to have. It's the final printing of that book, but that is not the correct cover for it.
Oh, I
I was
don't.
happy they messed it up because I
It's
wanted the
not-
yellow one.
It's
but
the
didn't want
incorrect
ratio.
correct cover. Is what
I like
I'm
that,
saying.
E-Man. I like that.
The-
All right,
Well,
so real
because
quick,
of-
I'm going to show these off on the channel later, but
Yeah, go for it.
here's that Department of Truth number 11, cover A,
Oh, wow.
with my big hairy friend there. You can see the big X's over him. That's the trade dress. And then the Virgin variant. I love how the shadows of the trees are over him and everything.
Mhm.
But you see they put the
pretty
X's
cool,
just
yeah.
on his eyes. Now here's the one that was you couldn't just buy. You had to, if they sold out, they would have raffled off 5 copies of it. But it's the color hold one with the pentagram on the face.
Oh,
Nice.
oh man, hold on. I'm gonna eBay this thing right here.
What's a pentagram?
It's what you pray on top of every night.
Ah, okay. I wondered what that was on my bedroom floor.
Yeah, he painted it there.
How did you know?
But that's awesome.
Unlike you, I don't prey on anyone at night.
Oh, a different use of that adjective. Got it.
Yeah.
Or noun, I guess. I guess it's now a noun.
That's a verb.
verb. Oh, it's what you do. Yeah, gotcha.
All the parts of speech. Yeah.
What is up, Digger? Jim. I hope you were able to start reading Murder Falcon last night, Jim. I cannot wait for you to get to issue number 6. Becker, you've read it, right?
Oh man, that's right. You told me about Murder Falcon. I completely forgot that was.
Has your package
Yeah.
set up yet?
Dude, Murder
E-Man?
Falcon is
No,
awesome.
not yet. Not yet. Actually, you
All
know
right.
what? I think my mailman came in just a little while ago. Let me
Well,
go check.
Like I sent out 15 packages, so they're all starting to hit people different times, obviously. But you're pretty far away, so
Let me see. Let me go out there. Let me.
Mail call.
Mail call.
Mail call.
Kyle, you said that like you've been in a state facility before.
I
Mail call.
wait. Yes.
Yes.
Hold on, I gotta touch on something Sparks said.
Go for it.
All right.
What is
So this is what came in, and then Sparks said that he'd rather have this one, right?
Hold on, let me embiggen you. I'm
Oh
sorry.
no, I was happy to get the error because then it completed the colors, but that other
Oh,
one,
gotcha.
that other one, I think is better.
Yeah, I wanted this one, and I was able to get both because they messed up the error. My shop doesn't sell incentive covers. They do like a raffle at the end of the year. So like as you buy stuff, they have like a rewards program, and then we get like a bunch of raffle tickets. And
All right,
get
Kyle,
random
explain the error print
Okay.
thing here. So the
So
yellow
this
one
was
came out
supposed-
first.
Yeah. Well, this was supposed to be the incentive, and this was supposed to be the cover A.
Okay, they
They
just mixed up the
Put
covers.
they mixed up the covers, and this became the cover A, and then this became the incentive, and then they did a second printing where this was cover A and this was the incentive. So there's 4
Oh,
of
cool.
these. There's 4 of these out there, 4 versions, 2 that are not rare and 2 that are very rare.
And then the only way to tell is to look at the UPC and the like cover A, cover B thing on the back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what was the book that you're pointing out in the back? Oh, never mind. What was next to the Wind? In between Wind and We Live.
Oh, that's Seven Secrets, the Akira homage from Franny did that.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I just noticed you got that 1 in 15 and Naki Miranda We Live variant up there.
That's David Nguyen.
That's David Nguyen.
Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot his first name.
David Nguyen. David, Daniel, Dan,
Yeah.
Domingo.
I've been redoing my back here because
Domingo.
I took a bunch of it when I left. I've actually
Oh, yeah.
in Ida, so I've been rearranging things.
He's in you're in New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you had to literally grab everything off the walls and get out.
Yeah.
Jeez.
There's still,
Samsonite. I was way
like, you can
off.
see there's still holes in the wall.
It came in, Mark.
Put that.
It came
Oh, it came
I'm
in?
excited.
Yeah, keep showing my address. Do that again.
Hey, right here, go, right there, look at that, right there. I made sure not to show the address.
That's awesome. What timing? Real quick, let's throw Nick up here real fast. What are you opening
Yeah,
up,
we got
Nick?
some unboxings. Let's see.
Okay,
Oh,
Big Time
Comic
Collectibles added again. Is that Big Time? Yep, I knew it because they pack slabs in Comic
That's perfect.
Shields.
The way that it fits in the mailbox is perfect.
And also regular size Comic Shields fit perfectly on the interior as well.
Man, we should get Nelson up in here too. He should be watching
He's so
this.
nice. Yeah, he watches our stuff. That's for
Yeah.
sure. Because he'll message me, appreciate the shout. I'm like, dude, I didn't tell you I was posting that. First full appearance of Miracle Molly in a 9.8.
What? Oh,
1 in 25 variant by Federici for the first appearance. of Miracle Molly.
Federici.
And
Oh, wait a minute.
the coup de
Did it
grace.
And there it is. Look at that. Look how that fits in there. That is
Oh, that's
Very
amazing.
nice, yeah.
That's great. There you go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You only knocked over a shelf of books doing that.
Oh, is that the Rose Besh?
And there's the standard.
That's just the A
108.
cover.
Yeah, that's the A cover.
Oh no, he's
Jimenez, right?
one in-
Jimenez.
They owed me this from back in the day. So.
So that's
Nice.
High Republic
I
number
like-
1 cover A.
I like that series better than the actual High Republic. I think Adventures is better.
I agree.
Mark, it's pronounced Jorge Jimenez.
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 So I like how you're Asian, but you pronounce Hawaii like you're Hawaiian.
Hawaii.
Hispanic names like you're from Mexico.
So I'm half
How do you say
Filipino.
Pepe Le Pew?
Pepe Le Pew.
Exactly.
You're the one to say it. I was going to say Pepe Le Pew.
With a
There's no other way to say it.
You sound like
So you do the laugh,
What
please,
was-
again.
what was the name of Anakin's the slave owner who owned Anakin in episode 1?
Oh,
Watto.
Watto, you sound
What are you, a Jedi? The Jedi don't work on me. I need cash.
exactly.
The public gets to work around here.
Yes. Yes.
that is.
Oh, I need to add that to my resume of voices
You
that I
do.
can do. You
You
know?
knock that out of the park.
Watto,
Are we
What
sure?
is
Get
going on,
a-
What
Joker?
was so
What is up for
confusing?
energy? Perfectly relaxed and hopped in here.
Am I gonna open this? Is that what's happening? Is that why?
We'll get Adrian APM in here too, and we could just have a voice off.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like-
dude, if Panda can come up in here and
Yeah, there we
do
go. Okay.
voices.
All right, show us what you got.
What
That
do we
is
got
a nice
here?
knife.
So you
This
know what one of
is-
those books are for sure.
Yes, that book I'm waiting for. That one I'm probably gonna bring that book to with me to Hawaii. I'm gonna try to kill that book like on the plane right there.
That'll be cool because like that's the traveling book, and you know where it's supposed to go to Panda next.
No, okay, for sure.
Yeah.
I'll send that over to Panda. I should be able to send it
Does
to him.
red eyes make sense?
Clear Eyes can fix that.
Or dry, red
It even has
eye,
the ingredients to moisturize.
clear
Wow.
eyes.
Oh, Ben Stein, that dude lost his mind.
Whatever. I was literally just thinking about Ben Stein.
Dude,
not
he
too
lost
long
his
ago.
mind.
What happened? What did he do?
Visine.
He became a creationist spokesperson idiot and immediately tanked his career.
Oh, great. Okay.
He did a documentary called Uneducated or something like that, where he was trying to be the poster boy spokesman for creationism in schools, being taught in schools. It was very disheartening watching. Despite whatever your beliefs are, I'm not knocking your beliefs, but just go watch that documentary to see what I'm talking about.
All right, so
What you got?
this is the book that's
Remember
been
him for
making its
Win
rounds.
Stein's money.
This is the book
Say
that's
what?
been making its
Yeah,
rounds
with
right here.
I just want to
I
remember
got
him
you,
for
man.
Win Ben Stein's money. That was a great show.
Fantastic
With
show.
what's this? Jimmy Fallon, right?
No,
No, not Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy
Late Night with
Kimmel.
Jimmy
Kimmel.
Yeah.
Kimmel. There we go.
I
There.
want to
Jimmy Kimmel.
remember Ben Stein for his most famous line of all time. Bueller.
I remember him in The Mask with Jim Carrey.
Bueller. All right, so this is what Mark sent me right here. This book right here apparently has been making its rounds. So a few of us
Open the front cover.
Oh, God Country. Cool. Oh, you got to sign it, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's dope. Everyone's signing it right there.
Oh, Chip
Slot
with
it
the
up,
rainbow signature.
Nick,
Come on,
Chip.
Chip made it fancy.
Oh
Of course
yeah,
he
all
did.
right. I'm gonna have to. All right, so it's gonna go E-Man to Panda next.
Yep.
Panda,
This is
Panda,
dope. I'm actually gonna read this. I read like the first issue and I thought it was cool. I just never followed up with it. So I know this matters in crossover too. So like it has something to do with that sword. So
Yeah,
and then this
Battle
is
Pack.
the,
Yes, it
this
does.
is the second book, right? Fables. What?
Volume 1. So all right, when I first got my first job at my LCS in high school, the manager there at the time, who I still talk to today, said there's 2 things you need to read: Why the Last Man and Fables. And I'm just now getting around to them. I picked that up on vacation this summer and I read it. It was fantastic. I already got volume 2 sitting by my bed that I started. So if you like that, just let me know and I'll just keep them cycling to you. I'll read them and just send them your way.
Dude, thank you. I've heard Fables is one of those books that you should read, man. Thank you,
It's
Mark,
great.
man. I appreciate it, my look from Mark right here. This is gonna be
Monkey.
sent off. Should we send this one off too? Should I pay this one forward also? Is that
That is 100% up to you, my man. I read it, loved it. I just want someone else to get the opportunity, and you are that someone.
I love the idea of like a trade paperback book club. That's awesome.
Boom, right there. Both of them, they're both going to Hawaii with me this week. They need some reads right there. One for the ride there, one for the ride back. How about that?
Yeah, there you go. What is going on, Dale?
Hey, Mark.
Do Fables go in there?
Okay, for
Hey,
sure.
Mark,
my
whenever you
personal
get to the
opinion.
end of the adversary war, can you just go ahead and start messaging me?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. And I've already been warned. My LCS owner, Paul, who y'all seen, he's in the Burke families and everyone's chats and everything. He's already told me, like, just wait till you get to the adversary war.
In what? In
I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah. So I'm not burning through it quickly, but when I start
Dale.
a trade, I normally get through it quick. But there's normally gaps between it. But I didn't realize that Paul had it ready to roll at the LCS. I found it in a overstock trade paperback box, but he didn't have volume 1. But I just read it. I saw volume 2. I'm like, okay, yes, I'm jumping on it because now that it's right in front of my face, I don't have to order it or this or that, and I'm going to try to get through it. But I'm also reading where the Wachowski siblings did Doc Frankenstein, and holy shit, that's good. Like you just need to take that in piecemeal and just process
Do you
it.
know who the adversary is yet?
I don't. No one's ruined it for me. I will not look. And dude, I'm exactly that's what he did. He did the happy dance too.
Only mine is like really exhausting. 'Cause I'm sort of heavy. Like I do that, and now I'm breathing heavy. Got a little sweat.
Was that your
But
call?
that's how
Tim?
excited I was. I was willing to expend that emotion for you because
That made you just a
so
little
good. I
bit
wish I could
slower.
relive it.
That made you a little bit slower when your moment comes.
Hey, so what book was that with the adversary? I missed that.
Fables. Fables, yeah. I'm telling you, I think that's going to be another one that down the road it just gets all kinds of new interest into it. It's just,
Yeah,
it's good.
Fables is
It's
awesome,
really good.
but it's long,
Yeah, that's
and
okay.
there's a
That's
lot
fine.
of spin-offs.
Not getting into the spinoff, sticking with the primary story. I already told that they're some of them are good, some of them aren't.
Yeah, it's
not
not
really
really
needed.
needed. You don't have to do it.
Correct. Yeah.
I told you, I showed you that Bill Willingham sketch I have of Bigby, right? Yeah.
Yeah, with him sitting there drinking while he was drawing on it,
He sure was. We had quite the conversation.
just hanging out.
Yep.
And I would tell you to play the Telltale game, but I know you don't make it for Nintendo 64.
Oh, yeah. Is that the Fables video game? Somebody Sunday night when I mentioned where I picked up the trade for Fables said that game was on
Don't
the top
play
of
that
their
game
list.
until you finish the Adversary War.
Unless they make it for Nintendo 64, I'll never play it because
Oh,
that's what I'm
perfect.
rocking, my man. I got Super and that. I sold my NES and like 70 games for an excessive amount of money last year, and
nice.
I'm just keeping my Super because I don't play them for the collectability of them. I'd have it actually play them, and because I've rarely touched my NES anymore, and it was so much space, and you can just play those on anything. You know, you can.
Yeah, I have a simulator right here.
Yeah, you can. I can go to Second and Charles and buy a vintage Nintendo that has built-in, one of those that has built-in games, or you can put games in.
And
or
then
whatever.
wireless controller too. Like this has
exactly.
200 games on it.
Now I would never
And
do that with my Super Nintendo because I'm a Mortal Kombat fiend, and I have all the between my Sega Game Gear, my Super Nintendo, and my Nintendo 64. I have 100% of the Mortal Kombat games through that.
Did you have
era.
that joystick add-on with the big buttons
for the NES?
for
Yeah,
it too?
the Super.
Yeah,
the Super pack. Yeah. I had the mat for the cross country running game and all that.
Oh, I didn't have the mat. I just had the joystick thing.
From my old job, I have one of these old Nooks. It's a next unit computing. It's supposed to be. This is a small computer. You know, it has a flash drive. It's got RAM in it. This has 256 gigabytes of storage on it with 8 gigs of memory. I'm turning this into an emulator for testing purposes, of course. You know, for testing purposes. You know, just to see how it goes. But yeah, these little things you can totally use them as an emulator. You know,
I've seen
testing
people
purposes.
with the Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, definitely.
What is that? What is the Raspberry Pi?
It's just a
Same
chip.
idea.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
smaller computer that you can put into
It's super tiny. Yeah.
You can create a little box like that, maybe even smaller, and just add on storage, USB,
Exactly.
all those types of things.
Raspberry Pis are so awesome because they're so man, you can use them for anything. You can use them for almost anything. I've seen people create drones out of Raspberry Pis. They're pretty awesome. I really like those things.
Pretty sweet.
Do a rusty red at the top.
All right, you guys. Well, I gotta jump off, Mark. I gotta go.
No. I do not accept your bullshit.
I gotta get to work, man. I gotta handle some work over here that actually needs attention. So
When are you leaving for Hawaii?
Thursday.
Oh, that's coming quick.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll see you Friday morning then.
Yeah, I'll probably see you on Friday morning. Wait, hold on.
Sounds
Let's see. Friday. Okay, so they're 3 hours ahead, or they're 3 hours behind here. So 4:30, 3 to 1:30 in the morning in Hawaii. You guys are. I might be up for that. Really, 1:30 in the morning in Hawaii. I'll hit you up if I have service, because Mimi and I we're getting this cabin that's off grid. For a portion of our trip, and then for another portion of the trip, we're going to do glamping, on the other side of the island. So it's supposed to be like a tent, but it's supposed to be a really, really nice setup. So, see how
Will
it
you
goes.
be on a volcano? Serious question.
Yes, I will be on a volcano. Actually, I'm going to be hitting up 2 volcanoes. I'm going to hit Mauna Kea, which is something that I wanted to do last time I was there, and then I'm actually going to Volcano National Park where that eruption happened. So I'm going to Kilauea.
Now tell everyone
that
how
the-
excited you are to watch the lava
eruption?
erupt. Yes.
Well, honestly, I'd be super juiced if it actually was flowing, but it's not flowing right now. There is a lot of
Pyroclastic flow.
activity. There's a lot of activity happening underneath the mountain right now. There's a lot of earthquakes happening in that area, which they're saying that there is underground flow. But since the 2018 eruption, it stopped. So there's nothing flowing right now that you can see
Building
from.
up.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it is building up. It is building up.
So just a quick note to everybody watching, especially if you're somebody who has a channel and stream and you enjoy E-Man's company, the only way that you're able to keep him on here indefinitely is get him talking about Hawaii geography, and he will go nowhere, my man.
Yeah, he said he was leaving 10 minutes ago.
You
Okay, I gotta go.
had me at Hawaii. You lost me at camping.
No, he's
Not
going
camping,
glamping.
glamping.
Glamping with a G.
Explain,
Yeah.
what is glamping on
For the
Hawaii
same
volcanoes?
letters.
Lamping. So okay, I gotta go, man. I'll talk to you later.
You said you want to get off the grid. I want to get more on the grid. I want to be as on the grid as possible.
I need more grid.
All right, guys. Laters.
Alrighty, man.
See you
Appreciate
later.
it, brother.
I guess I'll never know what glamping is.
Glamorous camping.
So Sparks,
Glamorous,
man,
got it.
what
Okay,
do you-
thank you.
I'm not as familiar with you as these guys, and this is our first time hanging out. And I've kind of been running around when you first got on. But what do you do? Because don't you have like your own comic or something?
No, but I do have our own exclusive.
Oh yeah, freaking
That's what
show
it
that
was, yeah.
exclusive. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
coming out. What was with the rhino on it, right? Sorry, I'm not
Yeah,
looking.
it's
Yeah.
Nobody's Child #1 that comes out this week from Behemoth Comics. Massimo Rossi, the writer of Vietnam Horror, Broken Souls Ballad, Locust. Lots of other things.
Locust is really good.
Yeah. It seems like most of his books come from Behemoth or Scout, one way or another. But yeah, this is the art here is by Anna Shadowcat, the one who did the cat cover for You Promised Me Darkness.
Very
and
awesome.
The third print cover for that as well.
Oh, she did both the cats?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That third print's hers too. Hey,
I did not know
Louis,
that.
what's up? Yeah. So yeah, Free Energy loves the putting the rhino emoji. Yeah. So we're selling those still. We still have some.
$14.99 plus shipping.
$15.99 plus shipping.
$15.99 plus shipping.
No, he said 14. It's 14. You can't go back on the word now. No
Yeah,
Indian
permission
giving.
Time traveler discount.
$6.99 plus shipping.
Wait,
That's
hold
a
up,
cool
hold
cover,
up.
man.
No,
No,
yeah, that's. I mean, that helps to. Part of it helps to cover the costs of everything, and then the other
Yeah.
part, PayPal invoicing takes a little bit away. Where I think we've almost sold enough that we break even, which is really our goal was to do that, and then everything else, if we sell more, that's awesome. But we wanted to do
Don't
it.
worry,
because
man. You'll sell out. I'll
Honest-
spread the word, man.
Anna's art is awesome, and this is her third cover ever, her first exclusive cover. So we wanted to get her art out there more.
Yeah.
And then the story is really cool. I read it last night. It's about the last rhino on Earth of this albino rhino breed that they accidentally found out you can take it and kill it and break it down and use it to cure pretty much anything in humanity.
You know, you described like a Black Panther villain, right? The albino
Yeah.
rhino.
I just like hearing you say albino rhino.
Yeah.
One might
Yeah.
say you're a regular rhinoceros.
I said I'm the hippopotamus. My lyrics are bottomless.
Actually, I used the song in a reel when I was posting about this. It's perfect. But yeah, then so there's this
Keep going with
guy
the story. Yeah.
The guy he's dying himself, I believe, is kind of what he's got going on. But he's
Okay.
making it his life's mission to protect this last rhinoceros that's around.
Even though killing the rhino can save him, correct?
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that's Last of Us. Like with the you ever played that video game?
Is it on
No,
Nintendo
but-
64?
I've heard a lot about it.
God damn it.
What? It's a huge question.
No, it's not on
that?
Nintendo.
I was gonna go
64.
pick up a copy. You know what I mean?
It's barely on PS4 or PS3. Sorry,
Was PS3 the first when the first one came out?
PS3 was the first one, and then I picked it up PS4, the remastered edition.
Gotcha.
It wasn't anything different. I like the PS4 controller better, though. That's just my opinion.
Better graphics, maybe.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, it's still rough. It's a rugged. Like it came out so long ago. But yeah, no, that storytelling is awesome. I'm gonna pick it up only because I'm gonna buy your cover. So
Thanks.
Now,
man.
a serious question: have you heard of a book called "Here Comes Calico"?
I have not.
Yes, I think I have it.
It's
No,
insane.
I have Calico Cat. Never mind.
Yeah, this is called "Here Comes Calico," and it's like this guy who's a protector of animals, and like think of the Punisher and Black Panther mix, and that's what you get. And he only targets people that commit animal rights violations, or he looks at people who would hurt animals as like the ultimate bullies. But
Yeah.
it's specifically made just to spread like animal rights awareness. And the guy who made it sent me like the first 2 copies, and it's pretty much like the only like thing that I've reviewed like that because a lot of
And you're
people
on
reach
the
out.
website.
Huh?
I see you on the website.
Oh God! Like I give it good reviews for what it is,
Yeah.
but it is
awesome.
extremely violent. Like in the first issue alone, like the intro to it, like he's like taking a metal tube and hammering it into a guy's shoulder who's tied to a chair, and he's pouring hot wax down it, torturing him, and then he goes full Pulp Fiction on the guy. It just like it gets really, really, really extreme.
That sounds pretty cool though.
It is definitely worth it, but they haven't gotten really much into like its tech and everything because the suit is high tech stuff. Even though like just at first look, it looks like spandex almost, but he's got like his own Oracle kind of thing that they haven't gotten into yet. Issue 3 just came out. I got an email from the creator today telling me issue 3's out to spread the word, so I'm doing that. It seemed like an appropriate time. We're talking about albino rhinos and animal saving.
Both of them have that kind of animal rights of message to them.
But I wasn't prepared for it when I first read. I'm like, wow, that was not what I expected. But it's very well put together. The art's fantastic, and it's really cool because the paper quality on the interior. Did you pick up Solid Blood? That image.
Oh, yeah.
Did you read it?
Yeah.
Did you notice how the paper quality on the inside was intentionally made to like reflect the era that book would have been made if it was originally pitched? That's how the paper quality is on the inside of this. They're not spending that excess money for interior gloss and stuff like that, which I love. I love that matted older paper stuff, So it has that to it, which But if you like
Death of Michonne.
Yeah. Dude, you don't even see her. All you see is her exploded head. It was fantastic.
Yeah. No, have you picked up any of Behemoth books before?
Me?
Yeah.
No, Kyle buys my copies and reads them for me.
Yeah, I got most of it. Yeah, what's up?
For modern books, like it sounds like you like the older feel of it, but modern, how Marvel has crappy paper quality on
horrible.
Like the quality of the covers coming from Behemoth is just like top notch.
Yeah, I don't see any waves in that. Not saying that jokingly, but you know how a lot of the standard A covers for Marvel and DC books is like
there's all black
they get
on the
ink
back.
waves.
You're not seeing any waves.
Can you show us the back too, Sparks?
He's showing it right now when you said that.
Oh, sorry.
I was
thank you.
Time traveler, forgive him. He's a few seconds late right now.
So you have our logo on the back there. And then if somehow someone ended up with a copy and didn't know about the YouTube channel, we put a QR code. I didn't know about the rhino, though. That was a cool surprise. I like that on the back. I'm not sure, actually, if that was Ramiro Baralo's design. He's the interior artist. It was pretty cool to see that on the back.
He looks sad. Awesome. He looks majestic on the front and sad on the back.
Yeah. Yeah, Anna said she wanted to put this, defiant look in his eyes, and I think she nailed it. Yeah,
most definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
So where can people buy your book from you?
Just DM me, either at Sparks Comics or at You Promised Me Comics on Instagram. And
now, do you have 2 different Instagram and 7 YouTube accounts?
No, just those 2. This is my personal one, and this is the one that I post stuff like YouTube content.
No, sorry for this question, but what's your actual name? I don't need your full name. Jeremy?
Yeah.
That's Beckerman.
No,
I'm Mark.
Kyle. I'm Kyle.
So I'm like the exact opposite of these guys. I have an Instagram account that has made 0 posts ever in 10 years. And I have a YouTube that has 0 content. I don't want to ever exist.
That's
I don't
fine.
want to ever exist.
We're not-
My
we're not
Instagram
pressuring
doesn't
you.
have much real content on it. My Instagram, I just post when I do a video, and once in a while I'll post something I'm excited about. Like
Have you ever posted at all?
Yeah.
Then you've beaten me.
The only reason I have an Instagram is because the YouTube community was like, you need an Instagram so we can communicate. I'm like, what? You're not on?
I wish that
forgot
we were
I
on
had an
Discord
Instagram
first.
until Bert found it.
Yeah, it was Burke that got me to do it as well. Yeah.
Because I
He's
told him I
inspiration.
didn't have one. He's like, yes, you do. I was like,
Yes.
Burke came into a chat, said hi to everybody in the chat but me, and then left.
No, he did that to the comic vet before, and it broke the comic vet's heart. Now they
Yeah.
hold
no,
this
seriously,
passive
I took
aggressive feud.
it- So I jump into his live stream and I say hi to everybody but Burke, and then I leave.
Oh my
Actually, I don't
god!
leave. I
that's how you
usually
do
hang
it.
out.
Get him.
I have conversations about Burke while he's on live stream.
Dude, me and Kyle were hanging out on a live stream and having a conversation in a different stream's chat at the same time.
I know that was. and then,
No
oh,
one knew
God.
what we were talking about, but we did.
And then we were laughing because we kept changing our name, like pointing arrows like this way, like
Yeah.
I'm with stupid, and
Yeah, I think it was Adrian APM's final
Yep.
final auction he was doing.
his final auction. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're
So
they're
we
going to
were
be
hanging out
shifting
on
to
the
community
banter.
chats.
Yeah, we're hanging out on the banter and in real time and hanging out on an auction and text. Not buying nothing. Just,
No, yeah, we weren't conducive. I ended up spending like $300. I bought his last mystery box, basically.
Oh wow. That was an expensive mystery box.
Yeah, he hooked me up though. He even said, "I was hoping you'd buy it because I was just gonna throw in a bunch of extra stuff." So
Yeah, he's an awesome guy, man. He really
he
is.
is absolutely.
It was
I
so cool
like-
having watched Comic Book Men every episode as it came out back in the day, and then realizing he was on an episode years later.
right? No, he's like legitimate. He's legitimate in this industry. So
Who is that?
Adrian
APM.
APM.
That's his
Jinx.
name on YouTube. But he was in an episode of Comic Book Men. He was the one that jousted in the store with me. Like
He
there.
also did a bunch of stuff on, or he was in something with Charlie Sheen too. I forget what it was.
Heroin.
No,
Tiger's blood, man. Tiger's blood.
They were both in a prostitute named Mercedes.
They might have been in a Mercedes, but not the person.
Okay. You never can tell with Charlie Sheen, that sly dog.
Hey, earlier you had mentioned weren't we on banter the other night?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you hopped on right when I left. I'm like, what the hell?
That's how I do it. Like I wait till you're gone. Maybe we're the see. We could have kept the thing going where we were the same person.
Yeah, we really let him down with that.
Yeah. But no, what were you saying earlier, Kyle? That you had been talking about me about something I had said the other night.
Oh yeah, no, I was just referencing the Papa Burke plays hard to get Kyle. Oh, okay, fair enough, Louis. The stream that you're on Sunday that I've been dying to be on like my entire life, even though I've already been on one and I think I blew my chances by being a dork. The references that you're making to all the different names, like Spider-Man should be Spider-Man, and Batman and Superman, and proper vernaculars. I thought that was really enlightening.
Yeah. Honestly, I came up with that years ago to just completely torture a friend of mine that's really into Superman, and I like broke his sanity over it. Like he like
You so handsome.
he just lost it on me at a con.
On the
Because I
convention
just-
floor.
They got that one up there on the
I
table.
just
That's
wouldn't
one
leave it
of the-
alone. No, we were at the
You
hotel
passed me the
after
eliminator
party,
faces into.
and we were
Okay,
just
gotcha.
and I just kept with the Superman, and finally he just started screaming at me.
It's Superman!
Oh man,
Superman!
you broke him.
Man, I can't tell you how excited I am these books came in today. What was the stream that you just mentioned that you were always wanting to be on and thought you blew your chances, Kyle?
Your stream on Sundays.
Are you serious?
I want to talk indie books on your.
Yeah, all you had to do is let me know you wanted to be on there. I mean, that show that stream is intentionally pointed at being more structured like when I knew Ryan couldn't be there and I heard Rob was off that night from his normal stream, I messaged him privately instead of during the live chat when he mentioned that, because like where I do the community hangouts and like right now where it's just kind of free formatted, I try to gear it toward actually reviewing comics, movies, and shows that came out that week.
Exactly.
And that would be cool to have you on for an actual like kind of more organized, targeted review show because that would Ryan more to bounce off of as well.
Because I think that it needs that too. Because
yes, I agree.
Ryan just says all his opinions, and it's like there's no counter argument because nobody else. Yeah, because like I've things to say that would be kind of good, kind of banter back and forth.
And that's what the chat's for, but it doesn't necessarily feed into as much as the live chat. But if you notice, like we had Becker jump on. Like I saw him in the chat, and I knew my man reads a lot of comics.
Oh, and that was a mistake because I go down tangents constantly.
It worked out fine because that show again, it was already out of format not having Ryan there, and I knew it was going to be like that. But I still wanted to keep the conversation more pointed because we might be.
I think you guys talked about like 10 comic books that time.
Oh no, 3.
3? Oh geez, okay.
3. But that was only, we were only like the first hour. I wasn't trying to talk comics either, though, because I knew Rob wasn't reading at the moment. He wasn't up to date on it. But
yeah,
I just wanted to have Rob on while I had a chance. I really enjoyed talking to him. He's super fun to hang out with.
He tells great stories, but if you don't cut him off, he just rambles on.
Which I enjoy too, because I could do less work sometimes, and I was tired. I was so tired. But I'd love to be on again, mainly with Ryan, just so that I could be that extra voice towards like different indie books. Well, when everything gets back to, I'm hoping it happens for him as soon as possible. But he just has a lot of stuff going on right now. Good, nothing bad or nothing, just busy life going on right now. He's working on his writing. He's working on getting a car fixed. He had one of his kids was playing on a hoverboard and broke her arm the day before.
Oh, so Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, so he's just got stuff that comes first right now, but
not a problem.
Yep.
I love the way that the shades. So I basically did like orange and then brown and then red, and I did it real lightly, and then I just spread the pigment around and bring it closer to the center. So this is just scratchiness, and then I'm going to blend it to make it look like it's like a rusted kneecap.
Now, how long have you
different colors?
How long have you been painting or coloring in?
This is my first one ever. I've never used these pencils. I just bought these pencils. This is a new brush. It still has the tag on it. I watched a 15-minute YouTube video, and then I jumped into it.
Well, that's all you need. Awesome.
Yeah. And then I went on my Instagram. I went live, and I talked for an hour, and I just ranted about the comic community. Or not the comic community, but the collectors community.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to pop off here. See you later.
No problem.
All right, I appreciate you hopping on. Representing Alex Ross.
Always like talking to you.
Did you see the Alex Ross art book that DJ sent me?
I did, dude.
That was fantastic.
Alex Ross's work.
Yeah, that was
I think I sent you my pencils the other day. The Alex Ross pencils I have.
I didn't get any of those.
I have a prelim of his.
Oh, you're talking about a piece of art. I'm thinking like this guy over here is talking about pencils and you started talking about pencils. Yes, you did. Yeah, you sent me that. That was insane. The price you paid for it was the most insane part.
The most insane part is at one point in my life that almost bankrupted me.
Jesus.
It was $100. But at the time, like, I had to skip a meal because of that on the way back. Like, I ran out of money, and I couldn't eat at McDonald's when everyone else did at the Belvedere Oasis outside
That's
of
sad
Chicago.
that they didn't buy you a McDouble.
They did not.
It's a really specific
But on
story,
the plus
too.
side, I didn't have to eat McDonald's.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't eaten at McDonald's in years at this point. There's one literally like 2 football throws away from my work.
I used to live next to a McDonald's, and I didn't eat it when I was living there.
I stopped eating McDonald's before I even stopped eating meat. It's like the lowest quality fast food there is out there.
Yeah, if you are the type of person who questions where food comes from, you have no business eating at McDonald's.
None.
All right, guys.
On the other hand,
Dude, I love Taco Bell. I eat there a couple of days a week because I don't eat
keep
meat.
getting
So
sick,
it's a
man.
freebie.
Yeah,
Everyone
that's true.
jokes about Taco Bell clearing
You're
you out.
drawing me into a conversation.
All right. Yeah, taco. I guess that whole Taco Bell clearing you out kind of thing. If like, I guess that has to do with their meat product, which I don't eat, so I wouldn't know. I don't ever have any
Yeah.
issues with it.
Yeah.
But
I don't know how, but they've been rated like very like at the high end of healthiness in terms of the quality of the food.
Yeah. Well, it's
Like-
rice and beans, and tortillas, and like as long as they handle their meat products properly, there's no reason for it not to be. And I think it's just their, it's just reputation that they didn't earn. It just got picked up along the way. Same thing with Chipotle. They earned
That's
theirs.
fair.
Like they were on numerous segments on like.
With their E. coli outbreaks and
Yeah,
stuff.
they were on numerous segments with John Oliver where he's just reporting like the insanity that was happening currently with him and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, they had that. But like overall though, if you take those incidents out,
Yeah.
food is good quality.
Yeah. Like we have like Moe's, Southwest Burrito, Bar Burritos, and Chipotle, which are all just Pepsi, Coke, you know what I mean? Just differences. But I enjoy eating it. Any place that serves Hispanic food is always a go-to because you can get vegetables and galore, just so many options for me.
Yep, totally agree. So are you just vegetarian or are you vegan?
Yeah, no, I'm just vegetarian. I haven't eaten meat in years, but I love cheese.
I absolutely love cheese, and that's the whole reason I can't. I gave up
Same here.
fish because of that stupid Seaspiracy documentary on Netflix.
I don't know
Don't
if I
ever
watched
watch that. Yeah, well, it
Well, if
gave
it's
me
in-
like. Good.
If it's enlightening and educational, you probably should watch it and not just
It is.
continue to do harm
Yeah,
to
okay,
yourself
that's fair.
out of
Yeah, that's
ignorance.
They gave
Ooh, you
me
look
5
cute, girl.
good reasons not to eat fish.
Was one of them overfishing of the oceans? Honest
Yep.
question. Okay.
Yep.
Was one of them the way that fish farms are kept and how they're not actually clean?
Yep.
Was one of them the chemicals that get put into your food that are presented in your grocery stores and that salmon's actually gray, not pink?
No, but I knew that before.
Yeah.
Another one was forced indentured slavery on fishing ships.
That one doesn't surprise me at all.
No. Now, a lot of people don't realize it because you hear people say all the time that chicken is a better alternate meat, when in reality, because of the volume and mass production of chicken, it's actually the most unhealthy, not because of the meat alone, but because of what goes into getting it grown, processed, and to you. We're gonna go right after, buddy.
Footprint. That's fine. He's dealing with a big family household. How many copies did you guys print of Nobody's Child?
300.
300? Oh, dude, there is no reality where you don't sell out. I'm like, go ahead.
Yeah. So speaking of selling out, Midtown sold out of all of their copies of Nobody's Child, which usually is an indicator of like this book might do really well.
Well, my thing is, I actually trust your opinion on books because we're out here reading just a bunch of indie books. Like I hardly read Marvel, even though I'm drawing on a Marvel. But
Well,
no,
so it's not even really super Marvel though.
Yeah, that's Warhammer. Yeah, not very.
Yeah.
Just like a Nice House on the Lake is not really a DC story.
Right.
It's more indie than half the books I read.
But yeah, when I saw that Midtown sold out, someone had posted that, and I was like, okay, well, let me look at some other, big retailers, see what, what's their stock look like.
Yep.
Things from Another World doesn't have any.
I know how many other. That was going to be my main question. Was how many other shops actually had an exclusive for it?
None.
Oh, geez. Okay.
We have the only exclusive cover for Nobody's Child #1.
Heck yeah! And the story sounds cool, so I'm 100% on board. So
the story had me hyped when I read about it, and then I knew like this was the perfect book for Anna to do a cover for because she's very she's vegan also, like well he's vegetarian, but she's vegan, animal rights friendly, like she posts all the time about different causes and things.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
And I was like, she's gonna like this story. And I hadn't even gotten to read the story. I just read the premise.
Yeah,
asked her
that's
about
what
it.
that's what I chime in every week when you do the previews catalog, where you go through the previews catalog. It's just all of
Yeah.
us learning about the books at the same time, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember when the. Oh yeah, well there wouldn't have been an FOC for this one, of course, because it was Behemoth, but
Yeah.
there should be some Behemoth FOCs coming up next month.
Okay.
They're
Is
on
Freak Snow
FOC.
done?
Freak Snow's done with issue 4,
Okay.
but it'll be back. There'll be more.
Okay. Cool. I thought that was some of the boldest storytelling I've ever seen.
If
Like
you
it
like,
was.
yeah,
Yeah,
if
go
you
ahead.
like that, there's a volume 1 also, trade paperback. You can get it, I think, still on Behemoth's website.
Okay.
It actually might make something in volume 2 make even more sense, like context.
Wait a second. So there is the Freak Snow that is released right now. There is a volume 1 before that.
Yes, but it is not necessary for the current one to make
Okay.
sense.
Okay.
But it's the same.
But if you want more story,
yes.
gotcha.
It's the
Okay.
same
Cool.
world, and there's a character that appears in this volume that is in the first volume.
I had no idea. All I know is that story took bold chances on the artwork and bold chances on the lettering and the storytelling, and it totally paid off because it was an awesome series.
Absolutely.
Which series was that, Kyle?
I'm talking about Freak Snow. Freak Snow by Behemoth.
I forget the name of the story, but when you said bold chances on the lettering, it reminded me of this story that came out not long ago, and I don't remember the name of it, but it was about a heist, and it was a bunch of people that were deaf, so they would do ASL to each other. So when they were doing the lettering, instead of the bubbles going to their heads or their mouths, the lettering would go down to their hands where they were signing to each other. I forgot the name of that one. I think it was from Mad Cave Comics, I believe.
If it's from Mad Cave, they don't have many series out. Like, I think Mad Cave only has like 10 series that they've published.
I wonder if it's one of them.
Mad Cave Comics. Was it Show's End?
Oh man, I can't. If you say the right name, I doubt I'll be able to know.
Okay, Honor and Curse. They fell from the sky. Over the Rope, Stargazer,
It's
Villainous.
not Stargazer. I know it's not Stargazer because Ryan read that one.
Dryfoot. I mean, there's really not much. That's basically all they have. The Last Session.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm no help. All I'm doing is
Yeah.
throwing everybody off their game.
I think it's Pantomime.
That sounds right.
Haley and her brother Max are alone after their mother's death, sent to Wayfair Academy, a special needs boarding school. Eventually, they find family amongst other deaf children. One night, the group decides to dip their toes into crime. Thrill is too much to leave behind. So
Yeah, that sounds right.
From the wrong person has it.
Now, is that one Mad Cave or was it a different publisher?
It is.
Mad
It is Mad Cave.
Okay.
Yep.
You got a book? Oh my goodness! Yeah.
What book do you have?
So, Jeremy, what you would notice if you spend enough time on this channel, there's kids. So we have
There's kids on a lot of channels, which is cool.
Mickey Mouse on the go. Finn does a lot of unboxing videos with me, and whenever I do a statue, which is very, very rare, but whenever I get a statue, we unbox it together.
Nice.
And then Monkey's always just popping in.
I know Manny does a lot of that with his daughter.
But does his kids stare at your spirit animal like this? What's that? Your spirit animal is an albino rhino. Book?
He has stared into my soul. And she
knows. So we have we have my best friend, him and his boyfriend. It's their 1 year anniversary today. And my wife just left to go set up their surprise dinner because it's also one of their actual birthday today. So we're going to be going here in just a minute to catch up with her and get ready for that party. Yes, ma'am. I see the book. Let's see. Can you find the dolphin? There are all these books. Like, you remember Highlight magazines, where you have to find the hidden things in the picture? That's all these are. She loves them.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
The first part of that story that you said, yeah, we heard none of that, Mark.
Oh, perfect. My best friend and his boyfriend have their
Oh,
1 year anniversary today, and we're going to go celebrate that. And it's his boyfriend's birthday also. And there's going to be a big to do that we're doing for it. My wife just left to go set up, and I'm supposed to be following her here shortly with the kids.
Gotcha. So we're winding down. Got it.
I got probably about 10 minutes left. I'm going to go change my shirt and throw on my nice flip flops and head out.
Nice.
What were you saying, Sparks?
Oh, I was saying I actually did hear that.
Really? You heard through the
I heard every word
grasped
of it.
like none of
Through
it.
the
Jesus.
what, Kyle? Through the what?
Through the cheerish joys of your family. I found the first thing, Freak Snow Washed in Blood graphic novel.
Yes.
Looks like it's still picking up.
Scarecrow?
Yeah. So yeah, it's set in that
You
world,
see him?
but
Okay,
Horse?
cool.
follows a different character.
Horse, good job.
There's some overlap between the characters.
What about Scarecrow?
Cool.
Do you see
I'm
him?
excited.
Where is he?
Okay, now what color do I want that?
Let's take a long lunch.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to be keeping an eye on the
That's
chat
a
too.
Uh,
Freaky Louie talking
I
about
mean,
Charlie
I'm not-
Sheen.
You guys take a long lunch.
I'm not at lunch. I got out early from work, so
I actually finished work early, so I'm already drinking my sake. So
Nice.
yeah. No, I work at a clinic here, and yeah, none of the patients were showing up today. And I called a bunch. The hurricane just messed up a lot of.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a pharmacist.
Oh, you're a drug dealer. Cool.
Yeah. Well,
a legal drug dealer.
I do the side of that job though, where I never actually ended up touching any of the drugs.
Okay, so for plausible deniability. Got
I like that.
it.
So you just have like kids standing on the street corners passing out prescriptions on your behalf.
No, I do like medication management for some chronic disease states and stuff.
Okay.
So I work in a doctor's office and see some of their patients for like complicated things. They need more education, more time with the patient, that kind of thing. And I work at a college pharmacy here too. I like doing all kinds of things.
Cow.
Sounds like everybody's life, man. If you're not doing multiple things and dipping your toes in different things, you are falling behind fast.
Yeah. But yeah, patients didn't want to come and see me today, so I left early.
Nice. I guess
but
that's nice. But you said it was due to a hurricane, and we're like, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I actually got a hold of like all but one of them, and like we've got rescheduled appointments at times that work better for them. So at the end of the day, I think that's going to be better. You know, the visit's going to be better when they're ready to have the visit.
So, Mr. Sparks, with your permission, are you cool with me shouting out your book on like different YouTube auction channels?
Feel free, man. If they're comfortable with you advertising.
What?
Well, it
No,
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're
it doesn't
comfortable with it or
matter.
not. As long as you preface all those comments with shameless plug, then say it.
No, I direct message most of the people that run the channels first. Like I go about it the right way.
Cool. Yeah, feel free. Send them
Cool.
our way.
Yep. I think
Yeah,
if you only have 300, I think it's very, very easy to sell out because I'm very entrenched in that community.
I think once Wednesday hits and people start hearing more
And people
more
read
about
the
it,
book. Yeah, exactly.
and people read it, it's gonna end up selling a lot more.
Yep.
This is
You just got to
what it
get
is
your
right
name
now.
out there. I understand. But yeah, I wanted to ask your opinion first because, like I said, I value your opinion when it comes to different books to read. And if you've taken the dive into the ever expanding exclusive cover world that's poisoning our collection, I think that you would choose to jump on a good book. So I'm gonna help you out with that.
Yeah.
Like I said, you've You've got me into so many series, and I can't thank you enough for it. So it's the least I can do.
Oh, hey, absolutely, man. Yeah, I overall with exclusive coverage, I agree with you. Like, I think you guys were talking about earlier, Department of Truth, something
Yeah.
Killing the Children, all House of Slaughter, all those there's just too many.
Because Mark was saying that he'll pick up books from a certain artist that he likes, and if
Yeah, I
they're
collect
featured on
John
the
Jang.
cover,
Yeah, I collect John Jang art, but outside of that, you won't see me buying
Yeah.
retailer exclusives except once in a blue moon. Like when
Yeah.
Miko did these sets for Batman '89 and Superman '78, I grabbed those. But
nice. The ones you'll see me buy, Zoe Lachey. I love her art.
Okay.
Franny.
Franny's pretty good too. Yeah.
Another Zoe Lachey.
now, do you pick and choose which one of those that you pick up, or are you completionist with them?
I'm not a completionist.
See, I decided early on when I discovered Jang art, started looking at it, like, dude, this is all insane. And then after I got a few, I'm like, it's just
crazy.
insane. And I think it comes from my age as well. Like, because of my age, when digital art first started happening in comic book forms, I remember the series at the time, JLA, like Justice League of America was just called JLA. And they started doing some of the covers like that. Being in school, you would see like some kids' books every now and then would have digital art on it, just fascinate me. And Jane got his start as he was a concept designer for movies and stuff. Like he like designed like the Jaegers for Pacific Rim and all kinds of stuff, like the Hulkbuster Iron Man for Age of Ultron. He was on that team and stuff.
Yeah,
he's done so much stuff, so it just transfers over, and it's just new and wicked, but nostalgic at the same time for me. I don't know.
That's fair. Yeah.
No, I've got like a couple artists that I will buy their stuff, and then sometimes it's a series. So like You Promised Me Darkness, obviously really loved. So I went.
I know.
On.
Well, obviously you changed the name of your YouTube channel.
So Caroline, became a bigger part of the channel with our interviews and things. So
correct. Yeah.
It felt weird calling it Sparks Comics because it wasn't just my channel.
That's fair.
And to answer that question,
email.
No to all of that. Well, except Are You Homies? She lives in Virginia. I live in Louisiana. We met
right by
Instagram.
each other.
Yeah, right next door. We met on Instagram talking about indie comics. We both really love We Only Find Them When They're Dead. And
that's a great series. I pick up all the cover Bs for that because I don't like the obtuse lettering that they do.
Oh, I love that.
Really? Oh man, I'm so like not about it. Okay.
The last one, the cover B, was just phenomenal.
Yeah,
that,
the
war
Gods
poster
Provide.
kind of thing.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
We had my buddy Justin from Justin's Comic just hopped in the chat. Fantastic community member. He's an awesome guy, big DC fan as well. And he's also recently taught himself the art of pressing and cleaning, and he's gotten really good at it and started taking jobs and stuff. He had his first job from a local vendor who reached out to him. Go check out his channel. Go ahead and hop over there and subscribe to him. I dropped the link in the chat if you're not already subscribed, and check him out on Instagram. He doesn't throw up tons and tons of content, but keep up with what he's doing because he's busy doing big things right now. So when he pops up, it's definitely pertinent information because I'll probably be reaching out to him to send some books for pressing here soon. Because I definitely trust the guy, especially after seeing the big books he's been working on.
Yeah, it's always like send some testers if you like it, then start selling those.
Well, I'll tell you what, somebody else sent him big boy books already a handful, plenty of times. He's working on some big books.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't have the confidence to do anything like that.
It's an art. You got to really teach yourself. Nick, who was on here earlier, he does it as well. Like he presses his own books. Yeah.
Yep.
But all right, guys, we've hit the mark where I'm about to go do a quick change and get these kids loaded up and get ready to go hang out and eat dinner.
Are you leaving us on? Because I have one more thing I could talk to with Sparks.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. I'll go change and all that stuff.
Cool. So Sparks, there's one thing that I actually wanted to talk to you about since you jumped on.
Sure.
we bring up like a lot of us are kind of like dwindling down on our pull lists.
Yeah.
And it seems like we have to have like a book like really wow us, and it's kind of hard for books to do that from the scraps that we get from previews.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of wanted to like I wanted to further say that like you're not the only one out there that's like, okay, maybe I'll pick this one up, or maybe I'll do this, because it's not feasible to pick up every indie book to try it out and to continue on with every series. Like,
yeah,
what's
funny is, so are you bringing this up because on did you watch Sunday's FOC?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm bringing it up because of that.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. So I realized I was going through, because I knew I hadn't added some stuff to my list I have on my computer of what I'm pulling.
Yeah.
And so I went back through some emails, and I realized one of the books that I said, I don't know, maybe if it's a light day, Chicken Devil.
That one seems so funny.
It seems so funny. I apparently added it to my pull list already, so I'm getting it. But that was one.
And you don't realize till it shows up. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm glad I went back in and looked, because yeah.
I've been slimming down my subscriptions. I've been really kind of toning back, and like I kind of have a similar, I guess, what's the word? Reputation, as like the indie comic book guy in certain chats, because
reading a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like they'll say a title and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's about blah blah blah, and they're like, oh, I had no idea, and like, oh, it shocks me that people get so surprised about when an indie book takes off. They're like, how do you predict these things? And I'm like, well, you read the book, and if it's good and has good art, it's kind of no brainer. Like, it's granted you'll have weird things that you like, and other people don't necessarily like. Like, I will scream to the heavens about By the Horns, but there's lots of people that don't like the series. So
good though.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it went to ongoing, and when I interviewed him, when I interviewed Jason Muir, I wanted to make sure that they had something set up for the future, and it wasn't going to be like, oh, it's popular, so it's going to go to ongoing. And it's like, no, they had this whole expanded universe, and they pitched it to Scout as an expanded universe, and they finally gave him the A-OK.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
So yeah. All right, I got everything that I wanted off my chest, Mark. If you're ready to
You
close
sure?
it out. I'm positive. Yeah. Thank you very much for giving me the platform to do it.
You're welcome. We've said a lot stupider stuff, so.
Thanks for the invite on. And nice to meet you face to face.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you hopping on.
Face
So
to face.
every Friday, I do a community hangout that I start at 7:30 in the morning, real time, and I'll just let it run for as long as I'm able to keep it going before the day takes me elsewhere.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the open invitation community hangout. And I used to do a Tuesday show every Tuesday where I hung out with Ryan, a new guy from the Cosmic Campfire.
Oh yeah.
And we kind of have some topic and stuff going on, but schedules change, life changes, so it hadn't been working out. But today I had some free time, so it was great getting to hop on in a different time of day, because it used to be Tuesday afternoon, Friday morning, Sunday nights, because my channel is really geared more and mostly for live interaction and discussion.
Correct. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But if you ever get a chance on Fridays to hop in and hang out, feel free to, man. And I don't know if I follow you on Instagram. I probably do.
I think we talked somewhat recently, but I don't remember if that was mine or which of these two accounts it was.
Okay.
So I think you hit me up and you were like, "Hey, subscribe to the channel." I was like, I already subscribed, but
Oh yeah. If I get a new follower, I send them that thanks for the follow. Be sure to check out the channel. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I'm terrible about being able to catch up on watching everybody's channel because I'm following so
way too many people,
and I feel so bad. Like Justin, I was subscribed to Justin, and I didn't know it.
Yeah, and he hops on my channels when he's free on Sunday nights as well. Him, Ryan, and the Comic Vet. It was like the four of us originally doing it when they're available, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Justin's got done furthering his degree in college, and everyone just gets busy with life, man. It comes and goes when you're available to do this and that. Luckily for me, my life is kind of set in stone right now with the kids. You know, just
when you're
right now
able to do stuff.
Yeah, it's run the kennel and raise the kids. That's all I got going on for a few years.
Ain't no thing. We'll hang out with you during it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you enjoy Kyle, he's around here a lot. If you don't enjoy Kyle, avoid my channel.
Nah, we've talked a lot.
Yeah, honestly, if you don't enjoy me, if you don't enjoy me, you're not getting rid of me. So sorry about it.
Exactly.
No worries, man.
He's like horse pace, really sticky. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to go see mommy? Yeah.
I hope what's in my daily.
Yeah.
What is this?
That Paul sent you that Catwoman mask. We can play with it when we get home. It's a Catwoman mask.
Jesus.
Can we
Man.
play with it now?
Yeah, we can play with it when we get home.
Why?
Because we got to go see mommy right now. Yes, ma'am.
No.
I know it's not a toy. That's a complete set of the TMNT cartoon. There's just discs in there.
This.
They don't know what those words mean.
I'm
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out in the chat. I hope everyone has a good day. Be sure to hit your LCSs tomorrow. Double check those shelves. A lot of good stuff's coming out. And as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.
We are Legion.